hold on. We'll talk later in a sec. Alright, at this point, we got all the emblems, and we are supposed to go... north? Wait, I got all the emblems. Oh shoot, I forgot where I'm supposed to go. You get all the emblems, and they're like, we need you to... Oh! Go to the temple on the other continent. Which means more walking past the stuff I've already fought before. So if you're on YouTube and you're wondering like, wow, everything looks different, that's because an HDMI cable for the PSP came in. It's brand new technology that was not available until like, I want to say like earlier, like later last year. And I didn't know it existed. And I just picked one up. And here we go. So the image quality and everything should just look light years better. I can also adjust the volume on the fly because I can send it through my audio string, so it's like, oh, this is too loud. Now it's not too loud. So I can balance it on the fly, like I can with the rest of my stuff, because it goes through my audio string. Otherwise, it was like a direct capture right into the card without bypass, or bypass all of my stuff. So, yeah.
Looks like this is serious.
Let's get this over with fast.
If we're doing remakes based on popularity over time, Ocarina of Time remake is next, right? I don't think so. I think people think that their favorite games are more popular than they really are because they're popular in their own circles. Like, for instance, people think that Final Fantasy and RPGs are really actually popular, but they're not. Like, Final Fantasy is the most popular RPG ever of all time. Like, Final Fantasy is the most popular franchise, right? Like, there's not even anything even close, unless you count Pokemon, which I personally don't count Pokemon as an RPG, because nobody plays it for the RPG. People play it to collect Pokemon. It is not an RPG, it's a collector, you know? Like, people get it for... Like, if fucking Pokemon go outside and poke at your phone, it's that popular, it has nothing to do with the RPG aspect or the competitive aspect.
Somebody's gonna get hurt real bad.
Like, there is a competitive nature to Pokemon, yes, but that's also very niche, and not the reason most people play it, you know. But anyway, as far as like actual like main RPGs go, Final Fantasy is by far the most popular. And even then, Final Fantasy like doesn't really keep up with sales. There's not a single Final Fantasy on the top like 50 sales charts. I want to say like maybe 40-50 million copies of is the most any Final Fantasy has sold, and that's 10. Let's see, top selling Final Fantasy
We can't afford to stay here for long.
as of 2020. Oh, Final Fantasy 15 is the top. That's right, I forgot about that. Get screwed, FF7 nerds. People are like, Final Fantasy 15 is bad. Well, Final Fantasy 15 is actually the top selling Final Fantasy of all time.
Well, this looks wimpy.
You're fighting
What numbers,
us?
though?
Raven Orb! Raven Orb! Raven Orb!
By quantity. I want quantity, damn it.
Let's get moving.
Like, the cumulative sales is 154 million units. Alright, here we go. We got quantity. Final Fantasy VII has sold a total of 10 million units. Final Fantasy X has sold a total of 15 million units. And Final Fantasy 12 has sold a total of 13. Even Final Fantasy 12 outsells Final Fantasy 7 with 13 million units. Final Fantasy 14 has only sold 10 million units. Correct.
Let's win this. Don't let your guard down. Raven! Raven Orb! Raven Orb!
We can't
Very
afford to
good.
stay here for long.
That's interesting. I like this because it shows that because like people like want to say Final Fantasy 14 is carrying Square Enix, and it's like there's a lot of monthly revenue that goes into Final Fantasy 14's earnings. But the thing is
Well,
that
this looks
there's
wimpy.
also a lot
Let's
of
get
monthly
this over with
upkeep for
fast.
Final Fantasy 14 because there's a constant development. So like actual raw profit of FF14 is much lower than people think. Not to mention the profits per game, especially with FF14, kind of stick. Like the FF14 team is kind of outside of Square Enix in a way. They don't really share much. They are basically a different branch as far as development and interaction goes. But yeah, Perspective DQ9 is in the Square's top 10 selling RPGs with 5 million units. Yeah, the top. We were looking at it before. The top selling game of all time is Minecraft with 180 million
Let's
units.
win this.
The
Are
top,
you
like
ready?
the top 30 list had all games with like 50 plus million units sold. RPGs are not popular. They just aren't. So like when the reason I bring this topic up is because someone said like, oh, if we're gonna go for like most popular remakes, Ocarina of Time should be next, and I was just like, well, I would be reluctant to just assume that Ocarina of Time is a top selling game. You know, like it's a very well selling game and well loved game, but how many units, out of curiosity, has Ocarina of Time sold
Well, this looks wimpy.
across this
Stay
lifetime?
out of our
Anybody
way.
have that number? I'm gonna guess 18 million.
Raven!
It didn't get a remake. That's a remaster. It's not even a remaster. It's a port mostly. It's not a remake.
We
Wish they
can't
could've
afford to
lasted
stay here for
longer.
long.
Remember what the difference is between a remake and a remaster. Remaster takes the original material. It's not even a remaster. It's a port, which is like even different than that. A remaster is taking original source material and improving
When
it.
did they get there?
A remake
You're
is
surrounded.
anything goes. And a port is kind of like in between a remake and a remaster. It's like it needs to change things in order to get it on the new platform. So it'll try to be faithful, but it can't always be faithful because, you know, new hardware. 7.6 million, that's it? That's actually incredibly like low compared to like how much people like praise the game. 13, that's probably including the 3DS, 13.2. That seems
Who's that?
more reasonable.
Are
I
you
think that's
ready?
more accurate. That's probably including the 3DS version. So 13, let's go 13.2 million units sold. That's not that much. It's definitely a commercial success, but is it like, you know, top game of all time? Half the Final Fantasy sold more than that. Just by themselves, you know.
Well, there you go.
Lose.
But yeah, it's kind of funny if you count all of Final Fantasy sales by quantity, 152 million, it doesn't beat the 180 million that Minecraft has sold. Funny, huh? How my RPGs are not as popular as people want. You know, the thing is we're in an echo chamber, guys. We're all RPG fans, and we're sitting here telling ourselves like we're jerking each other off about how good RPGs are. Well, guess what? There's like the rest of the world that exists, and you know, like, they don't necessarily like RPGs as much as we do. Like, if you're just sitting there talking with your friends that also like RPGs, you're not really getting the whole picture. You gotta look at sales charts and other things that show the big picture of what kind of games are popular. Now, as far as retro games are concerned, RPGs are very high on the well-loved list, but that has a lot to do with the era. It has to do a lot to do with the era because at the time RPGs were nerd stuff, but so was games. Games in general were just nerd stuff. So, you know, the people that gamed also
gonna
liked
get hurt
RPGs
real
because we're a bunch of
bad.
Are
nerds.
you
But
ready?
nowadays gamers are numbering in the hundreds of millions, and only, you know, a dozen million are RPG fans. So I mean, if you're approaching a modern market with RPG in mind, you need to sell something. And generally speaking, the unfortunate circumstance is that, typically speaking, when it comes to
This should
RPG,
be a good
the
test
thing you
of
package
skill.
with RPG to sell it is fan service, and not the clever kind, just the big boobies kind. So generally speaking, most RPGs that come out nowadays are just anime. That's it. Just anime. Anime boobies. Like 9 out of 10 RPGs are just like sexual fan service with big old anime boobies. There's really not a lot of value and it's so hard to like see an RPG and like actually
Well, this looks
have it be a good
wimpy.
one.
Are you ready?
That's why people keep clamoring for the retro era. Well, it's not why. Like there's a lot of people that don't care about the quality of the RPG. They just want the boobies, and they're fine with that. But generally speaking, we look back towards the retro era of RPGs as the golden era, because that's when the market matched the content. As far as RPGs are concerned, now it doesn't.
Let's win this.
You're fighting us? Ha! Ya! Ha! 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 Ha!
Now.
I'm just glad everyone's safe.
Oh, I know how to fix that. I think I know how to fix it anyway.
Who's that?
Are you ready?
Oh, just a heads up, by the way, if I plug in the power cable for my PSP,
Boy, they were
this
weak.
happens. Hold on. Yeah. So, just keep that in mind. My power might die on my PSP, unless this cable powers it. I don't know if it does or not, but it's possible that, because it doesn't say it powers it, but it is plugged into power, but it's plugged into power to power the signal, I thought, not the power of the PSP. So it's possible that my PSP might run out of battery like this, which I guess we'll find out in a couple hours. I'm hoping the cable also powers my PSP, but it's going in through the, you know, the audio video jack. So, I mean, I don't know if it can power it like that. But, I mean, you can power through USB, so I guess so. So you get an animated icon in X and B while I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, this looks wimpy.
Somebody's gonna get hurt real bad!
Ta-
Da! Ya! Ha! Da! Ha! Wish
Let us
they could have
continue.
lasted longer!
When you press home, yeah, I'm not going to do that because that could screw with the display. Because of the way PSP captures, you have to like set it to go to a different display in the options. It's kind of
This
weird.
should be a good
And
test
whenever
of
you
skill.
swap
Well, this
displays,
looks wimpy.
sometimes it'll just kind of not catch it, and then you have to restart the whole thing.
Huh? It's over? Let's get this over with fast!
Stay out of our way. Ta-
Ya! Ya! Ha!
ta-
Meow 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 meow.
Let us continue.
Yeah, the PSP's interface is essentially PS3. Yeah, it's true. Rihanna, thank you for the host, dude. Doesn't matter. I can't go to that menu right now without potentially screwing up the display settings, so I'm just gonna leave it as is. If it dies, it dies. I
Somebody's
just
gonna
got the
get hurt
cable
real
like
bad.
20 minutes
Are you ready?
before I started my stream. I had to set it up. I didn't have time to sit there and fine-tune all the things and figure out how it worked and whether or not it charges or anything. I just
Boy,
Just
they
glad
were
everyone's
weak.
turned it on, it worked, then I started my stream. The end. That's all I have to work with right now. So we're just gonna have to wait and see. I don't have an FF14 sub anymore, so that ain't gonna happen either.
Somebody's gonna get hurt real bad!
Stay out of our way.
no, no, no.
Yeah.
Tick, tick, ha!
Yeah.
Ha! Tick, ha!
Yeah.
Huh? It's over?
that.
You're fighting us? Take that! Ha! 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 Yeah!
We
Guess
can't
it's
afford
over.
to stay here for long.
Huzzah, I won. I am the bestest at the fighting. I was kind of thinking that you had to go actually physically go behind it, but it turns out maybe not. Hey Philip, what's up, dude? What's going on?
Let's go.
Looks like this is serious.
Press X, the video game. You press X and also press X, the button. That's X.
can't
You
afford
press
to
the
stay here
X
for
button. X, 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 X.
We're surrounded!
What?
Yeah! Ha! Yeah!
Hey,
Ha! Yeah!
Let us continue.
I mean, there's just not a lot of depth to the combat. Very, very similar to a lot of other Star Ocean games where, like,
Well, this
the
looks
combat is
wimpy.
mostly
Are
just kind of
you
press
ready?
X.
We
That
can't
was way
afford to
too
stay here for
fast.
long.
Let's say you play Yakuza? Really? Yeah, not me.
No!
There was always something like some kind of combo I want to perform or something like that with Yakuza.
Wish
Let us
they could have
continue.
lasted longer!
I mean, I can only equip 2 abilities at a time. Speaking of, I should check, see if there's anything else. Oh. And that's it. Even the NES allowed me to equip 4, technically. Maybe not. I dunked Ilya for Cat Girl.
Well, this looks wimpy.
You're fighting us?
Hey, ha, ho! Hey, ha, ho! Hey, ha, ho!
That was way too
That was
fast.
easy.
I mean, blocking and dodging is part of it, you know? Like, you can't really say Dark Souls combat is very deep. You have weapon, you have dodge, you know? Like, for the most part. I mean, yes, you have parry and spells, and there's a lot of different stuff, but it's mostly about positioning and reading your opponent and doing the right thing.
Let's
You
get
don't
this
need
over
to
with
have
fast.
500 million options and combos and points and systems and things like that. You just need, like, it needs to be intuitive, and it needs to draw the player in, and that's all there. That, like, you can play Dark Souls with sword and dodge, and that's it. And it's still an incredibly well done game that way. You know, they offer alternatives like parry and other weapons and spells and stuff, but generally speaking, sword and dodge, and it's still a very, very rich gameplay experience. So just because, you know, you dodge and attack
Somebody's
doesn't
gonna
mean the
get hurt
combat is
real
bad
bad.
or you're just
Are
mashing
you
through
ready?
it. You're still dodging, you're still timing it, you're still reading your opponent. That's why Dark Souls is so good, is because of its simplicity.
We can't afford to stay here
Like,
for
easy to
long.
learn, hard to master. That's the way game design should be. And easy to learn doesn't mean like, well, I mean, this is easy to learn. You just press X and you win. Well, but that's just all you gotta do is press X and win. There's nothing else, you know? I can't think of a single boss where pressing X wasn't the optimal strategy.
Somebody's gonna get hurt real bad.
Looks like this is serious.
Raven Orb!
Hey, ha, ho!
Raven Orb!
Huh? It's
That
over?
was easy.
Well, they said something about a backdoor entrance, but I don't even see a front door entrance hardly.
Who's that? Looks like this is serious. Hey, ha, ho! Hey,
Raven!
That was way too fast.
Let me check my skill points. I think I gained a few levels on my trek through here. $162. Really want to max out feint, like bad. I feel like it's like the most important skill. But it's so expensive. Screw it. She's never going to attack, but, you know, just having that one there could be very helpful. Oh, that's the door. Does this sound like Moon Knight Sonata to anybody else? Like a take on it?
Who's that? Don't let your guard down.
Raven! Raven! Raven!
Yeah, that's exactly it. Yep. I don't know music
they were
lingo
fast.
speech. Even though I played instruments, I'm really bad at music lingo.
This should be a good test of skill.
I smell
Looks
treble.
Like this is serious. Hey, ha, ho!
Raven!
Boy,
Let us
they were
continue.
weak.
Oh, hi, Mozzie. Smile.
When did they get there?
When did they?
Raven or Raven!
Raven, Raven, orb. This we're Raven in here with these orbs.
When did they get there?
When did they?
Wow, ambushed again.
Raven or Raven!
Raven Maven.
Let us
Huh?
continue.
It's over?
So I had a button. This button open thing over here.
Well, this looks wimpy.
You're fighting us?
Toe.
Ha! That was way too fast.
I guess we're just gonna go in here and do things until we figure
This
out
should
where
be
to
a
go.
good test of skill.
Stay out of our way.
This should be a good test of skill with this enemy 10, 20 levels lower than me.
Raven orb!
Wish they could have lasted longer.
Getting 10% of the XP that I should for enemies of my current level. Do we have a fox? No, we have a cat girl, which is way better. Actually, fox girls are probably better than cat girls, to be perfectly honest. You know, objectively speaking, of course.
This should be a good test of skill.
Stay out of our way. Hey! Oh!
Raven
Oh!
Orb!
Oh!
Raven Orb!
Wish they could have lasted longer.
What about fox x cat girls? What? Foxes have more parasites? Nice. So in the original version of the game, there was like a path, because like the game is like Secret of Mana, where it's all one big connected world, not like world map, world map. But there was like a path that led up around to a cave and stuff, and this doesn't have it. I don't know what to do or where to go or how to encounter said side passage.
Somebody's gonna get hurt real bad.
Stay out of our way. Hey! Raven! Now!
Huh?
Nice
It's
job.
over? Somebody's gonna get hurt real bad.
Don't let your guard down. Hey!
Raven Orb! Raven Orb!
That was way too fast. Somebody's gonna get hurt real bad.
Are you ready?
Hey! Oh! Oh!
Raven Orb! We can't
Very
afford to
good.
stay here for long.
Is that a door or what?
Who's that?
You're fighting us?
Raven Orb! Raven Orb!
Wish they could have lasted longer.
Hey, what's up, Casa? Have you never played Star Ocean 2? This is exactly like Star Ocean 2. Like, it's the same engine and everything. Which is a PlayStation game.
What? When did they get there? Raven Orb!
Oh!
Raven Orb!
Please answer the question.
Yes, they could've lasted longer.
Where is the question? Was that an actual question? What? You played 3 and 4?
Well, this looks
Yeah.
wimpy. Let's win this.
Star Ocean 1 originally is on the Super Nintendo. This is a remake of it on the PSP. And then Star Ocean 2 was PlayStation. That was the first one we got. The first one the US got was PlayStation.
Huh?
Very
It's
good.
over?
And then this is a remake of 1 on the PSP, which is basically the same thing. But this came out in 2008, so like, it came out after Star Ocean 3 on the PS3.
Well, this looks wimpy.
This should be a good test of
Visually
skill.
speaking, the game is a big improvement over 4. But the fan service is also a big improvement over 4, if you know what I mean.
That was easy.
We're asking about game stuff. I didn't know if you were actually asking. Oh. I don't know. But yeah, the fidelity of 5 is quite good for what it is. But it's just jiggle physics.
Let us continue.
Oh, if you're in it for the plot, Casa, 5 has got it in spades, man. But I mean, you're not into the same plot that, you know, I might be into, so really just depends on what you're for.
This should be a good test of skill.
Looks like this is serious.
You should watch that. Here, we'll just play it, right? We'll
Let
just
us
play
continue.
it.
Good.
Right, you can already see there's some pretty good plot there. All right, check this.
Look at that. One boob was just like going spinning around in circles, and the other one was just standing there.
Yeah.
Look at that. One boob. Look at that. One boob was just like going spinning around in circles, and the other one was just standing there.
Star Ocean 5. I mean, like the first thing you get right there, you know. But that's her outfit, by the way. Is a 2-inch skirt with like diamonds randomly on her. Yeah. Yep. Star Ocean 5, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, she has a tail on her skirt. Like it's not her actual tail. She also wears cat ears. Like, it's all the fan services. Oh, look, we found it. All built into one. A more seductive Magilou?
This might be a little hard to find. It is a hidden
Yeah, she's
door,
like a
after all.
big-chested Magilou. That's actually really accurate. That also wears nothing. Well, actually, Magilou wears very little, too.
Let's split up and search.
Ronix, I found it.
I literally just played Berseria, like, what, 2 months ago? So, yeah. I really liked the combat of Berseria. I liked Magilou, and then I hated everything else about it.
Wow, that's huge.
That's what she said, Ronix.
We'll need 2 people to move it. Ronix, you take that side.
Wow! You guys opened it! So, the Eye of Truth lies beyond here.
Phew. Yep. Better believe it.
Then let's go.
Yeah, very likely, to be honest, yeah.
Don't let your guard down.
True, VG,
You're
yeah.
fighting us?
Toe.
Take this.
Ah.
Ha!
Toe.
Take this. Ha!
Boy, they
It's
were weak.
over?
No, that's not it, Midnight. She just has a tail attachment on her skirt. It's just like cosplay, basically. She's basically just cosplaying as a cat while also wearing nothing. The red light is thy enemy, the blue light is thy true path. Okie dokie.
Let's win this.
You're fighting us? Ha!
Yeah, but it doesn't have a mind of its own. It's not like... It's just a fake tail. That's it. There's nothing
That
else
was
to it.
way
over.
too fast.
Luke from Fabra. I don't think I've played that game. Or even heard of it.
Well, this looks wimpy.
Are you ready?
Okay, I just don't get what you're saying by it has a mind of its own then.
Wish
Let us
they could have
continue.
lasted longer.
It could be Yuri Lowenthal, yeah. Oh, it is? Oh. Huh. Yeah, Yuri is also,
Be careful!
freaking, what? God dang it. What's his name? Johnny from the remake.
Let's
I don't think
continue.
anybody has the means to stream Vita games, to be honest. I'm pretty sure they're not capturable, like specifically by Sony's design, because they're assholes. Nice.
Well, this looks wimpy.
You're fighting us? Ha! Ha! Ha!
I don't have oh, Sony TV, yeah.
Let's continue.
There's that. There's like the PS TV or whatever. Yeah, I don't have one of those. I don't even have a Vita, so. Froghead. Huh. Cool. Yeah, you equip it. That's a lot more of an intuitive puzzle than the one on the SNES.
Somebody's gonna get hurt real bad.
How are
Are
viewer
you
choice
ready?
games added to the list? So basically the viewer choice list was originally my, like my backlog, and it was kind of a means for me to help get it out, you know, like get the backlog done, and I didn't really know how to choose games, so I was like, well, I'll let people choose games, because, you know, that helps them have a choice in what is played and moves the direction of my stream, and I get my backlog done. But I have definitely added games over time to the backlog. The main thing about the viewer choice list is I have to have, like,
Somebody's
a
gonna
desire
get
to
hurt
play the
real
game.
Bad.
Are you
Even a
ready?
game that I don't like or I know is going to be bad, I still might have an interest in playing it, like either from a dare from a friend, or like, you know, oh, it can't be that bad,
We can't
or
afford
oh, I
to
really
stay
want to
here
play
for long.
this, or I never got around to this, or whatever. If you show me a game and you want me to put it on the list, then I'll consider it, basically. A lot of people think that they can just send me games and it goes on the list, and it's like, no.
Somebody's gonna get hurt real
Nope.
bad.
Looks like this
But I
is
might put it on the
serious.
list. So if you have a game that you want me to play, you think I would really like, or you just want to see me play it in general,
That
well,
was
Very
way too
good.
fast.
let me know what it is. I'll take a look. Yeah, yeah. VG's collecting all the worst games of all time. Radiator Stories. I think I've had that suggestion many times, and I've looked at it every time, going, "Oh, what's this about?" And I thought, "Yeah, it might be
Way
okay."
too fast.
I do not want to play any of the Atelier games. I know what they're about, and I have no interest. I have less than zero interest in Atelier games because they're just a bunch of they're a bunch of side quest simulators and just overcomplicated crafting. Zero interest. Like, I think I would just hate myself if I had to play those games, you know what I mean? Like, I just would not enjoy that. Ring of Resistances. That could be cool. Lowers damage inflicted on the wearer by 90%. What? That can't be right. What? Lowers spell damage inflicted on the wearer by 90%? There's no way that's right. It's gotta be like Star Ocean 1 where it has a chance of breaking or something, you know? What? Yeah, Radiator Stories is PS2. Hey, Captain Harlock, thank you for the 5 months resub. Thank you, man. Nice to see you. Oh, that seems way too good to be true. Only she can equip the Ring of Happiness, though. I feel like that's really important for, like, drops and stuff. I can put it on Helm. And yeah, if you're asking about remake of it, you're thinking, whoops. You're thinking,
This should be a good test of
the
skill.
one on the 3DS.
Win this. Hey, ha!
What's the one? The other one that's similar? Radiant Historia, yeah. Which I do have both of them, and Radiant Historia
glad everyone's
is
safe.
the perfect chronology is on the viewer choice list.
Let's go.
Stay out of our way. Hey, ha, ho! Hey, ha! Now!
That was way too fast.
Boom, 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 boom. Oh, I gotta go to the other side first. Oh, that's rip. It moved down. I really don't like how the doors like look basically just like the wall. Everybody has to play
Somebody's gonna get
Trials.
hurt
Trials of the
real
Sky is on the
bad.
list.
Are you ready?
I don't know how much I'll enjoy Trials games, or Trails games rather. Like the first 5 Trails games are on the list, or Trails in the Sky, the first 3, and then
That was way too fast.
the first 2 of the one after that, and then if they like them, I'll get 3 and 4 of Crimson, whatever the other one is, or something Crimson Steel or Red Steel or
Who's that?
whatever it is.
You're fighting us?
Yeah, Cold Steel, same difference. Crimson, Cold, it's all the same.
I'm just glad
It's
everyone's
over?
safe.
Oh dear. I have played Shadow Hearts 1, I have 2 and 3, they're both on the list. Nani? Ah, for frickin' heck's sake, man. I gotta find another switch, I guess. Oh, to the left. I didn't even think about that. Shadow Hearts was okay. It was alright. Why? Just so annoying. Oh my god. This is really annoying.
Let's go.
Don't let your guard down. Hey, ha!
I was actually trying to hit the gold orb so I'd get sent back. Because it would be faster, and it just kept following me the whole way, and it's like, of course when I don't want to hit the blue one, it's gonna be blue 5 times in a row, you know?
Somebody's gonna get hurt real bad.
Yeah, I'm gonna hurt you real bad.
Raven! Raven!
Wish
Let us
they could have
continue.
lasted longer.
Let's go.
Stay out of our way.
Meow, 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 meow. Yeah, we have our full roster. We have all 8.
Raven Orb.
That was
Very
way too
good.
fast.
She was number 7. I'm not even close to it.
Who's that?
You're fighting us?
Oh! Oh!
We
Huh?
can't afford
It's
to stay
over?
here for long.
Who are 6 and 8 then? Well, I'll just show you my party. Here you go. Thy road may not always be the same. Okay. Oh boy. Well, I found the tragedy first try. Easy peasy, baby. So I need to find an orange one then. Or... Aha. Does this take me back? No. That one does, though. They move like they just move
This
too
should
fast.
be a good test of skill.
Stay out of our way.
Take that!
Hey!
That was
Very
way too
good.
fast.
This is just annoying. How is it the encounter ones, like, if you get within 500 yards of it, you still get the encounter, but I'm like up on top of the blue one's
This should be a
anus, or
good
the
test of
orange one's
skill.
asshole, and I can't
Let's
freaking
win this.
teleport.
Hey! Ha! Ho! Hey! Ha! Ho!
We
Boy,
can't
they
afford
were
to stay
weak.
here for long.
Thank you. Get me out of this hellhole! Wow, that's kind of weirdly hidden.
This should be a good test of skill.
Yeah, when you beat up the
Let's
red
get
ones, they
this
kind of
over
stick
with
for a sec.
fast. That
I'm
was
just
way
glad
too
everyone's
fast.
safe.
Be careful! No!
Oh no, be careful! Oh, they died in 2 hits. Whew, lucky us.
Hey! Ha! Ho!
Huh?
Nice
It's
job.
over?
Bum, 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 bum. Oh, it's a kitty cat. What are these monsters? Are these the ones that are immune to physical?
What? When did they?
Nope.
Dragon roar! 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 Dragon roar!
I love how Mavel is healing them. There's nothing I can do about that.
Dragon roar!
She's just gonna spam healing.
Dragon roar! Dragon roar! Dragon roar! Dragon roar!
Can you imagine if I had some kind of element that multiple people were healing and the battle became literally impossible to win? Wouldn't that be funny? There's nothing you can do because you can't set AI in mid-combat. So silly.
I think this is as far as the temple goes.
Certainly seems like the appropriate place.
Alright. Frickin' Margulis.
What's with this wave of energy I feel here? Judging by the technology in this room, it practically looks like it's from our own world. Maybe a bit different, but there still shouldn't be anything like this on Rogue.
She's right. The entire room's filled with some sort of force.
It's the Force. And then he died. The end.
Are you all right?
No, I'm dead. Ugh.
Oh, what happened?
Leave at once, and pray I am merciful enough to spare your lives.
Man, what do you want now? I could chew you up and spit you out just like that, you know.
Okay.
Please stop talking like that. Why must you keep borrowing bad habits from people?
Like, I
We
could
have
do
word
it
from
way
the King
better
of
Valley
Valley
Girl
that
than
the
that. Like,
truth
oh my
is
god.
We
They should have
believe
hired
these
me to
emblems
voice
as proof of our
her, because, like, I would have been
intentions.
way better at it.
Well, well. A successor to Mua's destiny has finally made itself known.
Destiny?
Please come with us.
And then battle starts and we die.
What the? Where are we?
This is definitely not the work of an underdeveloped planet.
That's it? No exposition other than please come with us? Okay. I have knowledge in herbology. Mineralogy. Sweet syrup. Rune metal. Man Drake. Is it a Drake or is it a man? Like, jeez. I'd love to craft, but it has a chance of failure. All my super specialties are all maxed out, but I keep forgetting to get like instruments and conductor batons and stuff. Actually, I don't even know way to get them, to be perfectly honest. Treasy! Man, drink again. Is it a man or is it a drink? Who knows? No, the way it works, Chrono Kid, is the yellow one and the red one have to sit next to each other for long enough and hope that the next day an orange one appears. That's how it works.
Ooh, now what?
Keep focused, everyone!
Uh-oh.
Dragon roar!
Raven! Raven!
Raven, Raven, Raven,
I'm just
Raven,
glad everyone's
Raven,
safe.
Raven, 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 Orb. Alright, so guard break is gonna be really important here. Let's max out feint and then guard break. I don't think she needs it because she goes past defense anyway. I don't know if she can be blocked though, so let's just max that out just in case. Yeah, you can't balance the audio either, Ryudo. It's really annoying, dude.
Keep focused, everyone!
Be careful,
Oh boy, here
everyone!
we go. Okay, I can hit him. I can hit him! Unlike... Unlike in the original, these things were immune to physical. And they had way too many HPs to, like, beat through. And now they absorb magic instead. God dang it. So Mavel's healing now while I'm trying to kill it.
Dragon roar! Air slash!
Alright, AI, just do your thing. I'm gonna stand here. Cool battle.
Lasted longer!
I have to just sit there and be on Mavel. Wait. I don't think this game has things like tents or whatever. Readers can learn the knife skill. Oh. In the OG, those things are devastating. They do insane amounts of damage, and they have crazy immunities and resistances and stuff. And basically, I would have to run away from them, and chances are I would have one or two people die during a runaway period. Raven,
Let's
Raven,
go.
Raven, 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 Orb. All these doors are open.
This looks bad.
Alright, these ones
Sure
play
looks
absorb
strong.
physical, and then are
Raven
vulnerable
Orb.
to magic.
Raven
Oh, that is better.
I needed that.
Raven Orb. Raven Orb. Raven Orb.
Millie really needs to learn a better cure spell. Holy crap, I just realized that Cure All did not do a
There's
whole
no
lot.
turning back now.
Percentage-wise, it was like 30%. Almost level 50. I'll need to extend that. I know that was like the end of the dungeon right there.
Be careful!
What's that?
Raven.
Die, Omega! It's Final Fantasy now, ladies and gentlemen!
Raven Orb. Raven Orb.
Raven, Raven, Raven Orb!
Raven Orb.
Well, there you go.
Now, why is it a Raven Orb? You know, what makes the orb Raven? It wasn't black. Raymond lore.
It's the moment of truth.
Raymond lore. I guess it is. I guess it could be considered black. It's kind of hard to make things black colored in video games because a lot of art's division is made with a black outline. So something that's black doesn't have an outline, and it can just kind of look like a solid black dot without proper texturing. So black typically is shown as purple a lot of the time.
Sure looks strong.
I hope we can do this. Dragon roar! Dragon roar! Dragon roar! Take this!
No, not even close. It's Star Ocean 2, man. I'm just gonna run away from these guys. If I even can.
I've got to do something, not another one. No! Retreat!
That's more in line with Star Ocean 1. Trying to run away results in 2 deaths. That's about right. Now we're Star Ocean 1. Now we're Star Ocean 1. Yeah, I could win against them if I just sat there waiting for the AI to kill them
Sure looks
over time.
strong.
Sure.
Be careful,
I could have done
everyone.
that, you're right. All I had to do is just control Novell because she heals them for 800 a hit and just wait for the AI to do their job. Which you saw how that went, by the way.
Orb! Let us continue.
If I had a better weapon on Honk, it would be fine. And I'm pretty sure you do get one here. But yeah. Good luck other than that.
This looks like a strong enemy.
We're doing this?
Raven Orb! Raven Orb! Raven Orb! Raven Orb!
True. True, you're not wrong.
Orb! Is anyone hurt?
Just my feelings, Mavel, and my ears.
What's that?
Yeah.
I'm just glad everyone's safe. Sure looks strong.
I hope we can do this.
Meow, 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 meow. Oh, I have to run away, don't I? Shit.
I've got to do something.
Dragon!
I've got to do something. Another one.
We're doomed! Retreat!
Cool video game. Flaring, I remember that being decent. Mostly because accessories weren't really all that great. They're either like they break, or they were terrible. Nullifies fire damage, doubles water damage. Well, that's not good at all. That's just exchanging one death for double death. Like, if I knew I was going to encounter a fire elemental, then yeah, but... Raven, cure, Raven, all, Raven, rate. I really dislike games that do this shit with the frickin' spamming their abilities all the time. I mean, I guess I could make their AI use them less, but like, yeah. Okay, so this is back to where I was. Big ass circle.
Sure looks strong.
This looks tough.
Raven!
That was way too
I feel
fast.
like my drive's been poached even more.
My drive has been poached even more? Yeah, mine too. Oops, I got sketching. Well, I mean, it's fine. Biology would be a good one to get. Let's see where I'm at on my combat stuff. Power Burst would be pretty cool. Let's get Guard Break maxed out for this dungeon. Let's get some biology going on. And we'll check for some stats, raw stats. Poker Face. Aesthetic design is really good. Really, really good. Trying to get some defensive stats here so those things don't murder me so hard. Yeah, I think I need to. I need to back off on my combat stats a little bit. and go for some like raw stat stuff. A door that wasn't locked? What is this madness?
Intruder alert! Intruder alert! Proceeding with extermination. Repeat, proceeding with extermination.
Oh, that's sweet. I'm so glad they exterminate rather than like detain here. Because that makes sense. I mean, it could just be somebody that, you know, messed up and forgot their key card for the day or whatever. But hey, you know, let's just kill them. Ask questions later.
You're surrounded!
When did they? Raven!
Take this!
Raven!
Take this! Let's get moving!
Good XP at least. They made an MMO that did that? Oh my god,
What was
Levanthus. Holy
that?
shit, dude, that would be annoying.
Judging by all the protection, there must be something awfully important in this room.
Well, let's take a look around. Maybe we can find something.
Ah, it's the R type of card. It's the R type of card.
This looks like a security card.
What's a security card?
It's like a key, Roddick. But why would we find one of these on Rogue? Their civilization shouldn't have anything this advanced.
A red card. I bet we can use it to open that red door we saw earlier.
Now you're
Oh,
thinking
right, the door we couldn't open earlier.
with
Is that the
portals.
only door this will open?
Yeah, probably. Let's go back to that red door. We ought to be able to get through it now.
Right, let's go.
Treasures. Mineral. Aqua ring, probably just as bad as the flare ring. Not even gonna bother. Now here's a question. If Aqua
When did they
ring
get there?
changes
We're surrounded!
water damage taken to 0 and fire damage doubles it, does it make both fire and water 0? That's not a question to answer, by the way. It's just a curiosity. I wonder if it just like, because if it puts it to 0%, like it depends on how the math works out. Because like if it's a multiplier and it's like times 0%, like times 0, then 0 times a million is still 0. But if it's like an addition, you know, like a stat, like a resistance stat, like a value, then it would just cancel each other out. It would do nothing. More treasures. Mineral. Air Slicer. Please be a weapon for him. Thank you. Well, it would be immunity to water and fire, yeah. Ideally, that would be the way it works.
Sure looks strong. We can't lose this. Raven!
Yeah, tiny upgrade. You know how Star Ocean games are, though. They start you off with, like, getting upgrades for, like, 30 damage, or 30 power, rather, and then, like, the final upgrades are, like, plus 2,000 or something. They have these weird scaling
We can't
systems in
afford
them.
to stay here for long.
It's awkward because, like, when you get to the end game of these games, like, you're doing substantially more damage, but, like, you didn't really... Like, if you don't have the equipment to keep up with it, you just get murdered. Arbalast. What's that? Ah.
Sure looks strong. I'm ready
Red was
for
bad,
any-
right? Now that Honk actually has the attack power to kill these things before Maven or Mavell heals them, I can actually fight them now. Especially with like guard breaks and power breaks being like higher chance now. Do we have sidekick yet? Oh man, if only.
I need it somehow.
Take this.
I did say all I needed was a weapon upgrade for Honk to do this.
My enemies
You see what I
are
mean though, by
flying.
like how much one piece of gear can make the difference later game because they just don't know how to balance that stuff? Like all I did was get a weapon upgrade for Honk and now I can actually fight those red things like just like any other encounter. That's it. It wasn't even a huge weapon upgrade. It was
Looks
just
like a
enough.
strong enemy.
It was enough to like they have to have some weird scaling that just makes each number have like such a drastic value more at higher values, like exponential gain probably, you know, and it just scales too harshly.
Wish they could have lasted longer.
We need a new Star Ocean game. Almost everybody would probably disagree with you on that one. Star Ocean isn't a super popular franchise. Of course, if you wanted a Star Ocean game, there was the mobile game, but the mobile game did so poorly that they shut down the US servers. So, you know.
Keep focused, everyone.
It's the moment of truth.
Do we want one or do you want one, you know? Star Ocean 5 also didn't do too hot. Star Ocean 5 was looked pretty
I hope you're
looked on about pretty poor. That Fairlight, nice. Fairlight's good. Yeah, Star Ocean 4 had one of the worst stories ever in a video game ever. Star Ocean 5 was really poorly received because it was like 80% side content, 20% actually story. Why is it still going on in Japan? Because Japan eats up mobile games. Like they're huge into mobile games and handheld games. The thing about Japan is that they commute for a long, long period of time on trains. They have a lot of trains and they commute for a very long time every day. Generally speaking, the vast majority of their game time is spent on their phone or handheld device of some kind. That's why the Switch was made the way it was because of Japan, not because of the US. Japan rarely owns computers or consoles compared to the US, and yeah, they do all their gaming on handhelds. So things like mobile games or gacha games are a lot more popular. Like, think about where all these gacha games are coming from. Do you know of a single US-made gacha game that's actually popular, aside from like Castle Crashers or whatever it's called, or Bejeweled or whatever the hell those are? But I'm talking about like actual like games that aren't just money sinkers, you know, like an actual gacha game. It's either Korea or Japan for almost all of them, especially for RPGs. Yeah, that's an understatement. There's more trains in Japan than US. Per capita, absolutely. Yeah, like we have a subway system in New York. We have some train systems on the West Coast across like Oakland and San Francisco or whatever. But like Japan is all trains, all just trains everywhere. And they sit on a train for 2 hours a day, you know, waiting to get to work. Raises the wisdom of the wearer. I should definitely go to her if she can. Not her. Oh. Not Castle Crashers, like Castle thingy. The one that's a gacha game that you just sit there and wait for your base to be built.
Be careful, everyone!
Star Ocean 4 is an amazing battle system. It's okay. It's alright. It's more of the same. It's like spam sidekick or whatever else you spam. Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed them too, Yoshi. Like, I had fun with Star Ocean games. All of them. I wouldn't call them amazing. I would call them neat RPGs that are pretty on the average, sometimes above average in some aspects. But they focus mostly on the plot, if you know what I mean. And because of that, the rest of the game suffers. I don't believe Valkyrie Autonoma is doing very well either. I played it, I thought it was pretty meh.
Take this. Take this.
There's definitely a lot out of Star Ocean games that's enjoyable, for sure. I just don't think they're like... I don't think in terms of, you know, the vast majority of gamers, there's much love for them. They're not very popular. They're not super well designed overall. They have some definitely good aspects to them, but they tend to focus most on the fan service and then on... I don't even know what else, but a lot of things really suffer, you know, especially the story, stuff like that, you know, really takes a hit. It feels like it's gonna be a path if I do something.
This looks like a strong enemy. Be careful, everyone! Raven Orb!
I mean, did you see the story to Star Ocean 3 and 4? I don't know. I have to disagree with you on that one, Yoshi. I don't agree that Star Ocean games tell a good story, nor do they tell a story without excessive fan service. I feel like they do both of those things. They tell a very mediocre to bad story, and then also have excessive fan service. Star Ocean 2 being the exception, because Star Ocean 2 has almost no fan service hardly, because of, you know, dated graphics and visuals, and Star Ocean had integrity at that point, and actually has a really good story.
You're also strong. It's over already.
I guess I can only open the red doors, huh? It's blue.
What?
Good and great anime story, great on a curve that isn't stacked with entries. Oh, well, if you're, yeah, you do have a point there. Although I would still say, even by those terms, Star Ocean 4 has an abysmally, horribly, terribly bad story. Like, Star Ocean 4 has a really terrible story.
Well, there you go.
Just period, compared to anything. Star Ocean 3 is at least a little bit better told, but the concepts of it are what really hold it back, and I think we all know what we're talking about there. Oops, those are blackberries. Damn it. Blackberries. I want a more faithful... I want a more of faithfulness. Huh? Oh, integrity and faithlessness, you mean? You mean Star Ocean 5? Yeah, Star Ocean 5 was actually really good, I thought. Well, it was very good. I very much enjoyed it, and it just kind of ended, you know? Like, Star Ocean 5, I actually, I did enjoy quite a bit.
I hope we can do this.
I did feel like it ended way too soon. See, that's the thing that Star Ocean does as well. It's like, if they filled in the middle with, like, actual meaningful stuff, instead of just, like, going beginning to end and then spiking up everything super hard, you would have, like, better balance, better, like, difficulty spike scaling, and just better content in general, you know? But they just rush it and just want it to end as fast as possible.
Thank you very much.
It's like you get introduced to the characters and then all of a sudden you're at the end of the game. And then everything else in between just tends to be filler. Also locked. Should they remove the fan service and it's a good game? No, fan service doesn't make a game bad. That's not what I said. The thing about fan service is it tends to be an excuse to not make a good game, though. So like what they'll do is they'll put in big old jiggly boobs, and then they won't spend the time and effort and money and budget to create a good game around the jiggly boobs, and then all you get is jiggly boobs. You're paying $60, $70 for that, and it's like, give me a good game, have integrity, ironically because Star Ocean's game is integrity and faithlessness, and then you can put in some jiggly boobs if you really want to sell that. You know, like make a good game first. Nier Automata was a very decent game. It was very good. It excelled greatly in the areas that it did excel, but even Nier Automata has significant flaws in it, specifically the visuals. It's a very boring and dull world, and I'm not talking that's like, oh, but it's post-apocalyptic, it's supposed to be boring and dull. You know what is also post-apocalyptic? Horizon Zero Dawn, and that game is gorgeous and immaculate detail. A dead world, or a world that's been, you know, eradicated of life, should be overgrown, and there should be like some crazy stuff going on, but instead it's just like empty husks of buildings without any like actual like, it's just like it's just like a fourth grader drew a building and then they turned it into a 3D model. You know, there's no like cracked edges and like debris and old desks and broken down furniture or anything like that. It's just empty husk. You know, there's no detail to the world. It's just basic structures and basic outline of an environment, you know?
Raven!
And then the big half of the freaking whole world is just one big empty desert on top of that, you know? And then you rinse, repeat over the same 3 areas over and 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 over and
Thank you
over
very
again.
much.
Horizon Zero Dawn doesn't tell the story of a dead world. It's not a dead world, though. It's just a world that's been sent back
Here for long.
quite a bit of time. And in that regard, they do a very good job of building off of the history and current story events of Horizon's world. Near Gestalt has fan service, but it's also a great story. Sorta, yeah. Near Gestalt had a very, like, had an interesting story for sure. I just don't think it was very well told overall, because a lot of it was just like random text on screen, you know? It's kind of awkward.
Let us continue.
That was easy.
Item. Pepper allows the user to attack without losing MP. Neat.
Sure looks strong.
I hope we can do this!
Horizon was cringy? What? Are you insane? What? How in one way was Horizon cringy? What? Modern Star Ocean problems require modern solutions. Sorry, what's this? Can't difficult spice when you grind to God. Oh yeah, true. True. But then you do what I'm doing, which is pressing X for every single battle, you know? Is that really fun for you though? Just literally pressing X the entire battle, that's all I have to do.
There you go!
And it's the most effective way to fight, you know? Sure, I'll pull the switch. You said Toxic's gonna be. I cannot wait for the next one. Everything about Horizon was top tier. Story, visuals, world design, content, combat, skill systems. Everything about that game was so good.
Let's keep this pace going. My enemies bow before me.
I'm ready for anything.
Be careful, everyone!
Dragon Round!
Very healing. It's very healing. It heals very.
I needed that!
Pardon me.
I mean, Chrono, you said you don't like real-time combat, right? It's like turn-based or nothing for you. Like, you're not gonna like it. I mean, especially since you didn't like the remake, it's just not gonna be for you. Honestly, I spam X for boxes too.
It's the moment of truth.
Well, Dragon Roar has like been the only ability that I used. When I played the SNES version of this game, only spamming X was worth it. Everything else was just not worth it. All I did was spam X. You enjoy setting up a simple strategy allows you to face all things, get all the power, and wreck everything in your philosophy. The only drawback is when you're forced to lose a story for plot reasons and you're just sitting there wasting your opponent. That also makes you rageable. Yeah, but like, does it not get boring to just only have to press X to win? I mean, I can see that like being fun for a little bit of time, but does it not start to get dull? Or is that just your thing? Like, you just love mastering, you know, lording over your enemy all the time. It's like, I want to be a god all the time. You mean Light Ray Blade, the one that really sucks? Yeah, I haven't forgotten about it, don't worry.
Pardon me.
You cringe because they were like animal-styled robots, without even considering anything. Alright. I don't even know what to say.
Oh, great!
That's like the most irrelevant and ignorant complaint I've ever heard about that game, ever. Big yikes. The only thing cringy is your opinion on it, to be quite honest.
Be careful! Raven Orb! Raven Orb!
Like, how that's even cringe to begin with, even if it was just dinosaur robots. Which is not.
Raven Orb! Let us continue.
Because it's not cringy. Like, you're saying it's cringy. Cringy is, like, totally different. If they were, like, Ninja Samurai Robot, Mutant Saiyan Ultra Monkey Robot Dude guys, bros that had sunglasses, were like, yo, what's up? Surf's up! That'd be cringy.
Now what?
That would be cringy. Dinobots rule over the world. Nope. You're totally wrong. They're not Dinobots. They're not even Dinobots, and you have no idea about why the plot is even the plot. It's... Ugh. Wow. Alright. I can't even. I'm just gonna get in trouble if I keep talking.
Be careful!
What's that?
Raven Orb!
It's like saying anything with a plot is cringy at this point, you know?
Raven Orb! Raven Orb! Raven Orb! Raven Orb!
Wish they could have
That
lasted
was
longer.
easy.
It's locked out here too. We better tread carefully. B card. Okay, my PSP is still in the green light, guys, so we're still good so far. Blue card, we can use that to open the blue door, right? Yep, there ought to be a door we haven't opened yet. We should look for it.
This looks like a strong enemy.
This looks tough.
You want to know what really cringy is? Kingdom Hearts 2. That's cringy. Care to explain? You start out with like a skateboard and you're super dude, rad dude, bro guy, and you talk to Claude. He's like, oh, the darkness in my heart is so dark, in the darkness with the darkening dark. I'm so dark in darkness, and then I gotta overcome the darkness. Like, how is that? Like appealing to like the really, really like edgy kid stuff? That's cringe. That's 100% cringe.
Sure looks strong.
There's nothing
hope we
embarrassing
can
about
do
the world
this.
of Horizon Zero Dawn. It is actually a really rich, full world of quite a bit of deep and interesting plot. There's nothing embarrassing about that. RPG chick is thrashing my cooking skills? What? She's had my cooking. She liked it.
Huh? It's
That
over.
was easy. Sexier now.
Why is she smack talking my cooking?
This looks like a strong enemy.
I am a
I
pretty
hope
good
we can
cook.
do this.
Masterpiece of fan service? What are you on about? What's that fan service? What service are they appealing to? First off, they're not even dinosaurs, and I keep telling you that.
They could
glad
I can
everyone-
feel
I'm
the
so
power
happy.
flowing.
A masterpiece against fan service. I don't understand what you're talking about. You are not making sense. Your complaints are just random.
Be careful! No! Let us continue.
Excellent.
It's like you didn't even play the game, man. I'm not even gonna discuss it anymore with you. You didn't even play the game. You couldn't have gotten more than an hour or two into it.
This looks bad.
It's the moment of truth. Raven!
Take this.
Now, Barry, healing.
Yeah, like Horizon Zero Dawn is actually one of those games that have like really good and deep, rich plots. Like very good, very well constructed, very well done. Like it has a meaningful dialogue, like explanations, and just it's so good. No, that's the big thing. Yeah, RPG Chick has a lot of different food like requirements. So a lot of the things that I would cook, I can't really cook for her. Like my bigger things that I'm better at, you know, she can't even eat them.
Be careful.
Raven orb! Raven
Take
orb!
this.
Raven orb!
Cloud was never a huge emo in FF7. No, he was not. He had identity crisis issues. He had freaking like a bunch of bullshit going on in his head that was,
It's over
you know,
already.
causing him to go nutso because of like, you know, spoiler. But no, Cloud was never emo. Squall was never emo. Neither of them were ever emo ever at any point ever for any reason.
This looks bad. We're doing.
Y'all don't know what emo means. Cloud in Kingdom Hearts, ultra emo. Super duper, the darkness in my dark hole of darkness needs to be darkened the darkness. All the darkness in my soul, or whatever. That's Cloud in Kingdom Hearts 2. And maybe Kingdom Hearts 1, I don't know. But Cloud in like FF7 is just like shit's fucked up, yo.
Hardened
But I gotta do my thing. He wasn't emo though. He was like, he had internal struggle. Like he wanted to be left alone, and all this like bullshit getting thrust on him. Like, do all this stuff. You're now the leader all of a sudden. And he's just like, whatever, man. What is going on? Just let me do my thing. You just want to be left alone. I was stuck at Kingdom Hearts. I'd act like that too. Do you have any favorite games that do not have fan service? I mean, it's kind of hard to say because there's such a thing as good fan service and such a thing as bad fan service. Just having jiggly boobies on screen does not make it good fan service. Having maybe some subtle sexuality as fan service is fine, but fan service is also defined as like appealing to the fans. Like, for instance, what's a good example of like non-sexual fan service? Like having references to other games, you know, without it like, oh, just a little subtle nod like, oh, remember that game? You know. That's fan service, really well done. Yeah, Barrett singing the victory theme, the fanfare, that's fan service. And it's done well. It's great. It's fantastic. Same with Prompto. Prompto does it too in FF15. That's good fan service. You know? Just because a game has fan service doesn't make it bad. But if your fan service is just jiggly boobs and you're not making a good game on top of it, you're just selling the jiggly boobs and a very cheap game. WAF is a masterpiece of good fan service, yeah. World of Final Fantasy is a masterpiece of good fan service. Tifa having ginormous boobs or Lulu having ginormous boobs doesn't matter because both FF7 and FF10 are fantastic games, and they also A, don't jiggly all over your face, and B, they don't throw them in your face all the time. A character being large-chested is not, like, people are large-chested in real life. Who gives a fuck? I don't give a shit about like how big someone's tits are. It's the most irrelevant thing ever. Having a character, a woman, be appealing looking is fine. Having a large-breasted character is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. And like guys just want to fucking take it so wrong. It's so stupid. Just having a large-chested character means absolutely nothing. But if you're gonna like turn on the jiggle physics to 11 and just like have them freaking spinning around in circles the whole time, that's fan service, and it's low class, and it's just gross. It's just fucking stupid. And all you're selling is a jiggling simulator. And then they make a really cheap game on top of it and call it good and ask for $60.
When did they get there? What?
That's bad fan service. And the fact that you don't understand that just lends to the problem. It's part of the problem. It's the reason why those shitty ass games sell.
I'm just glad everyone's safe.
A game should be good. It should be a good game, and you should not be forcing yourself to like it just because it's got jiggly boobs on it.
This looks like a strong enemy.
We can't lose this!
Yes, most gamers have OnlyFans accounts. Naturally.
We can't afford to stay here for long.
Yeah, I know. I guess I'm not a gamer either, right?
This looks like a strong enemy.
Be careful, everyone!
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with Armog. If that what it takes to be a gamer, then count me out. You know, I can't tell you how wrong you are. By the way, like yes, a lot of like Twitch streamers have OnlyFans accounts, and a lot of people sub to those OnlyFans accounts. but the vast majority of pornographic content has nothing to do with gaming. Just because it's in the community doesn't make it the main part of it. It's so short-sighted and so ignorant that I'm just gonna stop replying to you unless you actually have something of value to say, because all you say is just garbage trash.
There's no turning back now.
Well, this place is just as much of a maze as the original one.
Keep focused, everyone!
It's the moment of truth.
Dragon Roar!
Dragon Roar!
Dragon Roar! Dragon Roar! Dragon Roar!
Oh, I notice you. I notice you, Rion. What's up, man?
Thank you very much.
Yeah, sub to my OnlyFans. I'm gonna post pictures of my P word, and it's just my cats. Yeah, my PlayStation. Winky face. You just finished FF10, you don't see why its praise so high. Story isn't bad, but combat felt so wonky, and when game everything and it one-shots you or they won it. I don't know how you got to that point. Did you know that the sphere grid exists, or did you ignore that? I can't find the frickin' blue area anymore. Maybe it's at the beginning to the left.
Be careful! That was what everyone said.
That's a great typo, RPG chick. That's a great typo. Somebody screen capped that one. That's a great one.
This looks bad.
It's the moment of truth.
Let's get moving!
You don't know what I like to talk about? Listen, I like talking about anything, but like when your opinions are so outlandish and completely untrue and not based on any fact whatsoever and just backwards and stuff, man, like I'm just, I don't have anything to say to you.
We're doing this?
Thanks!
So, RD Temple, I'm curious, like, why you feel like you got one shot at the end. I mean, there are definitely some very scary monsters at the very, very, very end of the game, but, like, generally speaking, that's only the very last dungeon.
Sure looks strong. This looks bad.
Oh, Xenosaga's terrible, yeah. There's not a whole lot of fan service in Xenosaga, though. I mean, it's fine to like lewd stuff. I am a straight man. I love looking at boobies, too. But there's this integrity that has to be maintained in video games. And when you just have sexuality and not an actual game attached to it that has value, the game loses its integrity. It doesn't have, it's not a game anymore. It's just for the lewd. And you can get porn for free everywhere on the internet. Do you really need to spend $60 for a bad game just to see some boobies in a bikini that are jiggling? Like, you can do that for free. You don't need that shit in your games. Give me a good game, then you can put some fan service in there if you want to. But then again, like 40 to 50% of all gamers are female. Actually, by now it's probably closer to 50-50, to be honest. Or gay men. Do you think they really give a shit about that? Like you're just shutting out half the entire market of gamers that don't want to see that shit, you know? Granted, there's somebody in here that is a gay man, and he was all about the boobies, but you know, I mean, it's kind of hard not to like boobies no matter who you are, but still, you know.
Is anyone hurt?
What the hell is this? Oh my god! This is a masterpiece of fan service right here. Oni-chan Bara Chaos. Bikini girls killing vampires. You can't get more fan service than that. I mean, obviously, yes, like, you want to appeal to a certain audience with your game. Of course. Every game developer is trying to appeal to an audience. But, like, there is such a thing as objectively bad game design. And it's usually, like, really imbalanced, poorly designed mechanics, bad visuals, that kind of thing. Like, just laziness, right? There is such a thing as that kind of game design, and it's a real thing. People want to just say, oh, it's art, you can't be objectively bad. It's like, well, if I draw you a stick figure, that's objectively bad, you know? Here, no, here, I'm gonna draw some art, all right? We're gonna draw some art. Here's my guy, he's smiling, and he's like, hey, I love boobs. All right, bidding starts at $200 for my art. Because art can't be objectively bad. This is a masterpiece. So $200 right now. Let's see it. I will save this as a JPEG. Boobs.jpg. No, not PNG. That'd be too high quality because art can't be objectively bad. So there we go. You know, like, that's the quality you're getting when someone just decides to ignore good game design and just make a game with jiggly boobs and nothing else.
Sure looks strong.
Sure, okay, you're missing the point, Muke. You're missing the point. You think that just because it's objectively bad game design that it can't be enjoyed. Of course, anything that you enjoy, you enjoy. It's for you. Like, you like the game, whatever. You can like a bad game, you can hate a good game. It happens all the time. But there is such a thing as objectively good design and objectively bad design. It doesn't mean nobody can possibly enjoy it in the history of time ever. It just means, generally speaking, that's the wrong way to design a game because people are going to hate that. So you're seeing things as black and white. That's the problem. Oh wow, Kamen Rider with the 2 bits. We got our first bid. Yeah, outbid already.
This looks like a strong enemy.
We're doing this?
Yeah! 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 Yeah!
I can't die. Pardon me.
Yeah! Yeah!
Oh, 8 cents. Hell yeah, the power. 4 times. You want to see a link that's 100% relevant to this? Yes, I do. Yeah, you look at all the Steam reviews of like hentai games, and it's like mostly positive reviews, and the game is just RPG Maker garbage. Gotta love it. Love that shit. I love that. Oh my god, you bought. Thanks. I already hate it. You idiot. Oh, you fool. You. But don't worry, you'll love the game for Rummy because you're not about her body. You're above that. It's about her smile and it's so cute and her emerald eyes. Oh yeah, right? I really hope you play it blind. I really do. I'm really excited to watch you play that blind and not receive help on what to do or where to go. Yeah, he set himself up for it with an incentive, so I mean, he knows what he was doing. Hey, you know what, Finn? Like, I understand.
This
completely.
looks
You know
bad.
why?
It's
Because
the
when I
moment of
watch
truth.
Crayson play a little bit of it, it doesn't look that bad. I think I could play this game. I can enjoy it. Well, I look forward to the long discussion and therapy you have after that game. Honestly, that's all I'll say. Guess the thing is that you can love something that's objectively bad but still love it because in your subjective opinion it's a masterpiece. Yes, absolutely yes. It's like facts versus opinions. I can love some decisions and habits I have even though I know they are bad according to facts. Correct. Yes. Absolutely, Restless. You nailed it on the freaking nose. Liking porn games or, you know, heavy like sexual games that maybe aren't pornographic in nature or just jiggly boobs like Star Ocean 5 just because of the jiggly boobs. Fine. That's cool. Do it up, you know. Just, you know, make sure you have your headphones on and, you know, turn the TV away from any kind of windows or doors and, you know, just enjoy yourself. Like, whatever. Fine.
Thanks.
Like, I'm not judging you for liking something. That's not what's going on here. But integrity is a thing. Integrity in game design is a thing. And when you sell just sexual fan service, it has a place. And it's not in game design when you're trying to be like a AAA dev, you know? I think that's actually where I need to go back now.
Keep focused, everyone.
We're doing this?
I had a roommate, Midnight. I had a roommate, dude, when the DOA Beach Volleyball came out. He 100% that game. Like, all the hidden bikinis and everything that were just basically dots on the nipples, you know? Like, tiny little freaking two-piece, just covering the naughty bits only kind of thing. Yeah. He unlocked everything. Everything. So I'd come home from work and, you know, he was playing that. I'd wake up from
Keep focused, everyone.
sleep, he's
It's the
playing
moment
it.
of truth.
It's a game, all right. But yeah, I mean, whatever. I'm not judging. Like, you like it, whatever. That's not in question.
Pardon me.
Oh, no. This was the Xbox 360 one, the first one that came out, VG.
Thanks.
You're missing the plot of what? If you mean this game's bad. Well, it's story-wise, it's bad. This game doesn't have story at all. It's go cure this disease. All right, see ya. You know, there's no depth here for story. I'm playing it because I was curious about it and it got voted in, so here we are. You know. But combat-wise, it's okay. Visuals are very nice. It's a very beautiful game. This dungeon specifically is a damn maze, though.
Sure looks strong. We can't lose this.
Raven Orb!
Very healing.
Pardon me. Raven!
I mean, the great thing about this dungeon is that I'll be overpowered by the time I get to the last boss.
Guess it's over.
The best part about this dungeon is that, like, I'm not even halfway through it, even if I find the blue door.
Keep focused, everyone.
Be careful, everyone.
Raven Orb!
Very healing would be amazing. You know what's funny is it is the highest level healing spell for single target. So, I mean, it kind of is very healing.
Let us continue.
No, we were at first, Kamen Rider. We were at first, dude. But then I got a sword upgrade and then it trivialized everything because that's the way these games work. You just get a piece of equipment and can change everything. Ring of Lunacy. Ring of powerful magic that completely protects the wearer from the power of the moon because it swears to daze easily. I don't know about that. Yeah, this is the HDMI input. It does have a little bit of
This looks like a strong enemy.
Ooh,
audio
now
thingies to
what?
it that I'm not gonna say because people will start noticing it. But
Raven!
picture-wise, it's really good.
Raven!
Really, really good for PSP.
Raven!
I mean, considering that what's the resolution of a PSP game,
Orb!
and it's being upscaled like by a lot.
Boy, they were weak.
So I mean, yeah, pretty damn good. $480. That's really $480? That's not bad, actually.
This looks like a strong enemy. Be careful, everyone!
It's also unofficial, and it's also recent technology. But I mean, if you look at the text, it looks really, really good. The text, like you say, it does look a little soft, which I actually kind of prefer, that it has a little bit of a softening instead of it being rigid and just kind of like in your face. But yeah, it's good. I could even go on the big capture, the full screen capture, and it still actually looks pretty good. I haven't like pieced it to like fit on this screen. I haven't like, what do you call it, cropped it on this screen, and it still looks pretty good. You know, even the text. But yeah. P means progressive scan, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, that's not the right way either.
This looks tough.
Ooh, now what?
Raven! Orb! Raven! Orb! Raven! Raven!
Hey, Kamen Rider, thank you for the 69 bits. Jean d'Arc, huh? Interesting. Another PSP game.
Wish they could have lasted longer.
Oh, here we go, finally. Interlaced. Only every other line of resolution is visible each frame, and the alternate P progressive. All lines of resolution will drop until the next frame. Yeah, I remember learning about that a while ago. Yeah, when progressive scan first came out.
We can't afford to stay here for long.
Typically speaking, P, like progressive scan, is better than interlace, right? Angel statuette. Statuette, a beautiful angel imbued with mystic powers that heals wounds while party members. Neat.
Something's been engraved on it.
Oh, here, I can read this. Arrange the royal emblems of tradition on the land. Thy choice of arrangement shall reveal the key to opening the door. Now, what could that mean?
The royal emblems of tradition. They must be talking about these things, right?
Wow, the emblems are talking about the
emblems of the Four
emblems?
Kings?
Crazy that the emblems would be talking about the emblems. That's nutso. I disagree. I don't think that's what they're talking about at all.
This must be the console we use to open the door. Let's try placing the emblems there.
Please choose the correct emblem for each description. Show me the emblem passed down in the land of searing heat.
What? Every land was the same? What? There was no land of Syrian heat. They were all just generic plains. Except for the Sylvan land. I mean, I guess Astral.
Show me the emblem passed down in the land of the fallen leaves.
Thank you, Emblems, for the $6 donation. Falling leaves. I don't freaking know that one.
Show me the emblem passed down in the land of the frozen wastes.
All right, that one I know.
Show me the emblem passed down.
Sure.
Confirmed. Successor access acknowledged. You may pass.
Does anybody have that clip from the from the original Star Ocean with this puzzle? No, it's a different puzzle. It's a different puzzle. I need that clip. Oh, let's see if I can find it. Oh my god. It's gotta be within 30 days, right? 30 days? Oh no. 25 days ago is Final Fantasy Remake. So it's gotta be all time. We gotta find this clip, guys. We gotta find this. Because it's funny, it's so funny that it happened to be when I was playing Star Ocean Original on SNES that this occurred. I can't search by game. What do you do with Gil in the stream? You can check. You just click the little Gil icon down there, and you can see all the things you can do. Oh yeah, you can also send it to the void. Yes, you can. I don't think it's going to be a very highly viewed clip. You know, maybe like 150 at most. We're gonna find this clip, damn it. Oh, is that it? No. This isn't it. No, it's about the puzzle. It's about the puzzle. The puzzle from Star Ocean 1 in this dungeon. It's about like 50 views, I would guess. It wasn't passed around a whole lot. I gotta get this damn clip, man. I gotta see it. I want to see it. Gonna be hard to find because it wasn't a super viewed clip. Unless the person that made the clip is here. Wish I would show you the game that you're playing on the clip, you know? Oh dear, just reset it. I guess it might be on the YouTube, actually. That would probably be easier to do, right? Oh, stop that. Probably like right here. That's the dungeon. It's after the dungeon. All right, we're zeroing in on it. We're zeroing in on it. Oh, there we go. Ryu's got it. Nice. All right, cool. Perfect. All right, this clip. This is a puzzle from the original Star Ocean. Okay, this is the same puzzle right here, but like, it gives you zero clue as like how to like actually do the puzzle or whatever. Where's the damn clip viewer? There we go. It doesn't tell you how to do the puzzle. It's very, very obtuse. It's just like a bunch of like, hey, arranged letters or whatever. And I'm just like, fine, whatever. What is the first letter? Are you freaking kidding me? I'm guessing. We're gonna spell Earth. Oh, fine, yeah, it spells Earth with you. Fine, whatever. Yeah, pure guessing. Are you freaking kidding me? Pure guessing. So there's a reason why I wanted to show that clip, because that's what I did here. The game gives like it says the land of the scorching whatever heat or whatever. There's no land of the scorching heat. It's all a bunch of generic plains everywhere. There's no desert area. It's just all generic. So it's just pure guessing. And what do you know? I win.
It's open.
It's just this irony. I did the exact same thing in Star Ocean 1 with this really obtuse, poorly designed puzzle that makes you guess.
How are the 4 emblems connected to the old race?
We're certainly not gonna find out just standing here. Let's go inside.
Yeah, you're right. Maybe we'll find an explanation for this inside.
Not gonna fight the beast people or whatever they are. Longest game? It depends. I mean, longest game or longest time spent on a game.
What is that?
Also, do you mean longest game I've streamed or played or?
Hey, look.
It's a map of the Earth. But why is there a huge island in the middle of the Pacific Ocean?
That definitely shouldn't be there.
Or should it? If you believe the old stories, there really was an island there once. The lost continent of Mu.
But even if that was true, what's a map of Earth doing in here?
Well, Persona 5 was much longer than Xenogears, but I didn't stream Persona 5. I also spent almost as much time on Ephemeral Fantasia, but that game is probably like actually 20 hours at best, maybe more like 10, if you knew where to go. But of course that game's not going to tell you, so I spent 100 hours instead. Smile.
Look! Someone's there!
DQ level was long, yeah.
We pray that you have come seeking the Eye of Truth.
Jiskel, is that you?
Purest of intentions. It is an extremely dangerous
What's that about your son,
relic if
Seymour?
left unguarded. We also pray that you have the strength to atone for the horrible mistake we made. The Eye of Truth is capable of opening gates to alternate dimensions. We created the Eye with a combination of our own technology and the symbology endowed upon us by the runes, the natives of this planet. But before we could reach our goal, there was a disaster that ruined all of our plans. a gate was opened to the demon world, sending legions of monsters pouring into this world. Even that, however, was not enough to halt our experimentation. Our small band of comrades was united under one wish. We only wanted to return home to our planet.
So this is it. The Eye of Truth.
It's a summon materia! Time to summon Ifrit, let's go.
What does all this mean, Ilia? Everything's going way over my head.
Not
I
surprising.
think the people we called the Old Race came to this planet from Earth, from the Mu continent.
I don't know about that. Doesn't seem like they came here so much as they were brought here against their will.
That's true.
The King of Van told us that the Old Race descended upon the planet as fully grown adults.
Legend has it that the Mu continent sank into the sea in the wake of a meteor strike. Before that day, the stories claimed that the Mua enjoyed a vast and highly advanced civilization.
Yeah, I remember that.
You know, the Alliance has a few reports on file about people being sucked into a vortex and suddenly reappearing someplace far away. There was a case of a missing child being found someplace that would have been physically impossible for him to travel to in the time he was gone.
So, you think the meteor strike caused a vortex that swallowed these people up? Those reports you mentioned were about people going from one place to another on the same planet. I never saw any reports about people hopping light years, much less going from Earth to Roke.
Oh, you got me there. But if that theory is correct, it would explain why they made something like the Eye of Truth in the first place.
I don't think he's
Just
inept.
wanted to go home.
It's just that he doesn't just throw out whatever's on his mind, you know? When it comes down to brass tacks, he's got the words he needs to say. Ilia's the one that just spouts whatever nonsense is on her mind. I mean, it's educated nonsense, but, you know, Captain
That's what the guy
Dude
said.
Guy is just more reserved in his
And besides,
expressions.
it also matches the Mua's lore pretty well. The history handed down to the King of Mua.
The Eye was obtained in order to reveal the true path back to paradise. The Eye failed to see the door to paradise, however. In its place, a door of blasphemy. Darkness swarmed forth, and demons enveloped the world. By the time the door was closed, the land was already near death. All we could do was lament our mistake.
They must have deeply regretted what they had done. In their eyes, their desire to get home brought doom to this planet. They wanted to make up for it somehow, but by that time, there was no turning back.
So they went to the royal families and left clues in the form of lore, so it could make it down to all generations to come.
Well, we'll never know the whole story. But listening to the phrases they left behind about courage and everlasting strength, you can really feel the emotions they must have had in their hearts.
The Eye of Truth. I knew you would be able to do it. Now it is time to storm the demon world.
Yes, my lord. We are told that the gate to the demon world lies in a deserted island southwest of Sylvalant.
I believe in you. Victory will be yours before long. Who are you?
Yeah! Glad to
I'm
see
Honk.
you vermin are doing well. Astral and Mua's defenses are pathetic as usual.
Wait, how come we didn't fight the guy there? He was there in the original.
I was
He's not here now.
wondering what you little rats were scheming, but I suppose I had nothing to worry about after all.
Ah ha 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 ha! Ha ha!
You're too late.
Ew!
Too late.
She just farted a
The
spider
great
body.
Asmodeus has already completed his new weapon.
It's a rack
The
meme.
option all of you
A rack
have
meme.
left is complete, unconditional surrender.
Like hell we do. We'll never surrender to the likes of you.
Yeah, you tell him.
We'll see how long that bravado lasts.
Remia! Remia, time to go inside.
Oh, what a quaint little village.
Yes, Mom.
Oh, it's so adorable. She's making a snowman.
Look at that.
Wow.
What was that?
They died.
The pun's already begun. We figured you'd like a real-world example, so he's just destroyed a village.
Yay!
What?
Round of applause.
You deranged murderers! You'll pay for this!
Surrender at once.
Yeah,
You
I'm really
have
worried
no
about this
choice.
snowman.
Don't you run!
Your Majesty, terrible news. Our guards report that the village of Durs has been destroyed in a gigantic explosion.
You know,
They say there's absolutely no hope of survivors.
I mean, is it just me or is that a really fast report? Like, it literally just happened right now, right? And we don't have telephones or fax machines or even freaking bullshit, right? You know? How'd they get the report already? You know? Well, the town is like several hundred miles away. I mean, it's like on another continent. I don't think they're gonna be able to see it from the tower. Warp speed doves, smoke signals. What's up, Andy here? Thank you for the host. Julius Drago, what's going on, man? Welcome in, everybody. We're playing Star Ocean. It's a video game.
Organize an immediate expedition force and set up rescue operations with Silverland soldiers. I don't care if there's no hope. Well,
We're not gonna give up on them.
Yes, sir.
That's all right. Long distance sign language.
We must
It-
storm
this
the
game-
demon world at once. If that weapon strikes Van or Astral, it would be an utter
This
catastrophe.
game is a hell of a lot better than the original,
afraid
for
you're
sure.
right.
We haven't a moment to spare.
Someone shouted really loud, "Hey!" I'm pretty sure if a sound could travel that far, it would actually vaporize anything like closer. You know, it might even just vaporize like anything. If a sound can travel like several hundred or thousand miles, the force of that sound would be insane. It would just, you just die. You just become jelly. Happy town music and everyone is dead in the other town. But right here we're safe and warm and happy. Going good, man. How are you? Oh, I get the laser sword soon, don't I? I just gotta go to Sylvatant or whatever. Sylvataint. Let's save it. Oh, so Andy, what were you doing today? Soldier knew about it happening because he's played the game already. Oh, yeah.
Well, this looks wimpy. Stay out
You
of
guys
our
ready
way.
for Raven Orb?
Raven Orb! Raven Orb!
Oh, you're doing hard mode. Nice. Final Fantasy Remake, hard mode, and platinum grind was one of the most rewarding and amazing things ever. I don't know. That game was just so damn good, and I enjoyed every second of hard mode and plat grind. There was except for one thing,
Test of skill.
Let's win.
and that was a single boss that I didn't like. Yep, yeah, I agree. I think the Final Fantasy VII Remake is an absolute masterpiece, yep. And as long as they treat the future installments with the same level of quality and detail, we're gonna have one of the best, like, series or trilogies or, you know, whatever, game franchises ever.
Who's that?
Are you ready?
Well, good luck on the hard mode, Andy. I hope you get through it all right.
We can't afford to stay here for long.
Well, everybody's happy and safe here, so that's good.
Somebody's gonna get hurt real bad.
Stay out of our way.
Raven Orb! Raven Orb! Raven Orb! We can't afford to stay here for long.
Actually, I kind of feel like the remake intentionally makes you feel more like that, to
Well,
be
this
perfectly
looks
honest.
wimpy.
But, you know, let's not talk too much about it.
We can't afford to stay here for long.
Well, this looks wimpy.
Are you ready?
Raven Orb! Raven Orb!
Craven Maven Orb! Very white here.
When did they get there?
What?
Take this. Take this.
Well, good luck trying to avoid spoilers waiting for PC version. There will not be any next-gen versions. Do not be waiting for some kind of PS5 or whatever version. It's not going to happen. As they have detailed many times, the entire series will be PS4.
This should be a good test of skill.
And
Let's get this over
there's
with
no need to release a next-gen version of it because PS5 is completely backwards compatible.
Raven Orb! Raven Orb!
That was easy.
Let's go see this empty husk of a town. Huh? Who wants to see the destroyed town? Show of hands.
This should be a good test of skill.
You're fighting us?
Raven Orb! Raven Orb!
Where are you going? Where am I going? Why are you going over there?
Take this.
Raven Orb! Raven Orb!
Wish they could have left.
Am I any stronger now?
That won't be the case, Mio-kun.
Well,
They've
this
already
looks
released,
wimpy.
like,
Stay
information
out,
on how the PS5 is gonna handle it. Basically, you'll just go into PS4 mode, and then you'll play games like they're on a PS4. There will be a PS4 Pro mode as well, but like that's not how video games work. If you put Secret of Mana on a PS4, and not the remake, just regular old Secret of Mana, it doesn't suddenly get 1,000,000 pixels per inch. You know, it doesn't enhance the picture. It'll make it smoother, and that's about as much as anything can do. Maybe increase frame rate, but that's not, you don't make game look better all of a sudden just because it's on better hardware. It can only look as good as game is made, you know? It has to be remastered or redone or repurposed for the hardware, which they're not going to do because the entire franchise is going to be on PS4, so who cares? It already looks fantastic. Anyway, so what's the point?
Somebody's gonna get hurt real bad!
Let's go.
That was way too fast!
Well, PS4 Pro already has that, so there's a PS4 Pro mode as well, and the PS5, so you can do either, depending on what you want. There's extremely rare instances of when a game does look better on newer hardware, but requires some coding to do. Yeah, it's like AI scaling or something like that. Yeah.
Huh? It's over?
But like making a PS5 version of the game would be so super stupid, because it would take a tremendous amount of effort and redesigning and visual enhancements, which would basically remaking the entire game, which would not allow you to carry over from PS4 the first part of the game, and it would just be stupid. It would be a complete waste of time and resources to maybe add a slight visual enhancement for no reason other than to appeal to very small population, because the game already looks fantastic as it is. There's no need to do that, and it would just be remarkably dumb.
That was way too fast.
But yes, the entire line of Final Fantasy Remake will be on PS4. All of them will have 1-year exclusivity with Sony, and you can still get the PS4 game and play on a PS5 because they're fully backwards compatible, so you can just wait for the PS5 if you want to. Get a PS5 and get all versions of FF7 Remake that are out, and play them on the PS5. All the same.
Well, there you go.
It's over already.
Why am I saying it's exclusive for 1 year? Because it is. Sony and Square have a 1-year exclusivity contract. Every Final Fantasy game that comes out is 1-year exclusive on PS hardware.
Who's that?
So
Don't let
the
your guard
current
down.
FF7 remake will have 1 year before it's released on PC or any other platform. And then when additional content comes out, that'll also have exclusivity, depending on how it's released. Unless it's like DLC or something, we don't know. Should be, because you can play your games on PS4, so you should be able to like port your save over. It's just a glorified computer. You should be able to port that over. I don't see why you wouldn't be able to. I'd like it if they provided tools like cloud save. You know, oh, you already have cloud save for PS4. What am I talking about? Just cloud save all your shit, put on your PS5, boom. Should easily be able to do that. Well, you do need PS Plus for that, it's true. antagonist. No. I guess I just go to the island then? I thought I got the light. Oh, I have to kill the dude first and then I get the lightsaber. I would like it if it was just done with DLC as well, so it's an extension on the game, so it becomes a full game eventually. That would be preferable, but I mean, they could release it in different installments too. It just depends on how it's handled. There's ways, like they can do it any way they want, but there are good ways of handling it and bad ways of handling the said different ways. You know what I mean? So it just depends. Well, yeah, I mean, I think that's... I think you can pretty much count on that, Mozzie. Yeah, I agree, Yoshi, yeah.
This place must be closely connected with the demon world somehow.
Ronix, it's time to open the door. Right.
Yeah, depending on my financial situation, I'd probably double dip into a comprehensive package like that. But, I mean, it's years down the road, so...
We're going in here?
There's nothing to be afraid of. You're far from alone.
You're right.
We've got a world to save.
Let's move.
They all died. This is a much cooler looking Dark World.
You have usurped the body of my brother-in-arms. Your villainous behavior is nothing short of outrageous, and you will pay for it.
Yeah, all the stuff you did. Like, the thing where you did the, that one. Yeah.
And you believe you can do that with only one arm? Is that what you think, Ashley?
Ashley? Yeah, I'd like to lay with you at. Wait.
You made it this far. Go ahead. Try to entertain me.
Oh man, not this bad guy that's totally a bad guy in this game and totally, like, you hear about him and know about him and he's done all these things that you know about.
Be careful, everyone!
Man, this guy.
Raven! Take that! Raven!
Dragon roar! Raven! Dragon roar! 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 Dragon roar!
I won.
That was way too fast. We did it?
Thank you for defeating him. The one who abused my name is gone. I have no regrets.
No regrets.
Argosy, it's wonderful to see you again, Ashley. You still cared enough to call me your brother-in-arms, huh?
Yes. The Mirror of Incarnation was behind it all. That was what created your shadow form.
Shut up,
It
Margulis.
was. The shadow was controlling my body. I cursed myself over and over, but I could do nothing.
Like, I think the game design was built to where you use, like, a combination of attacks and special attacks and do this and that, you know, like... But the game isn't really actually built to do that. They just threw shit in there and said, hey, you can use different abilities. But really, all they did was, like, give you a very, 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 very shallow system and didn't really test it or flesh it out.
I used to lose all memory whenever the shadow took over. But now the shadow and myself have changed places.
So the shadow is gone now. You can make up for everything you did.
No. Not
Wow.
without the Mirror of Incarnation.
How did I know he was
And
going to say
besides,
that?
I don't have long to live. I'm so sorry. Forget about it, Ashley. This was bound to happen the moment I was caught inside the mirror. But there is a more important matter at hand. Astral is in mortal danger.
Yeah, he hit me for 1,000.
What?
On the opening.
You must hurry. The Archfiend is after the bladeless sword I entrusted to Laius long ago.
And now I'm dead. That was so unceremonious.
A bladeless sword.
Kablow.
We can't afford to let his warning go to waste. Let's go back to the castle right now.
Do you think we can make it back to Astral in time?
Well, the boats are
Couldn't we use the
teleports.
Eye of Truth? It was made for opening holes in space, wasn't it? I suppose it's worth a shot.
Let's just willy-nilly throw.
That toy's a little too much for you children. Hand it over to me now, why don't you?
Sub nerds.
What?
Holy shit, I just divided into 8 people.
Not if I can help it.
If you dare to stand in the way of my king's orders, I will take all of you on at once.
Okay. I would have it no other way. I am so sorry for what's about
This
to
looks
happen to
bad.
you.
This looks tough.
Raven! 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 Raven!
Raven, 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 or Raven, or Raven, or Raven, 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 or Raven.
We need to see Laius. The rest can wait until then.
Let's casually stroll on over there. Yep, just hanging out.
This is the sword that Argosy gave me during the demonic wars.
The bladeless sword. He wasn't kidding. This is nothing but a hilt.
Yes, but if you use the Force, you can summon the blade within.
Can I see it for a second?
A beam sword.
And a high-powered one at that. I've never seen anything like this.
I was told it is an old race relic. He wielded it in the battle where we drove the Archfiend back into his world.
This is it. Our ace in the hole against Asmodeus.
Agreed. It's probably the one thing he fears the most.
I'm sure it will be best in your hands then. Don't relax quite yet, though.
You may have the means, but you don't have a one to battle yet. Okay. Force sword. ×2.
Thank you,
I guess
sir.
there were 2 of them. Random lane. I hate the music here. I'm leaving. I think the dock is over here, though. I love how you get to go across the same world like 50 times in this game. It's so cool. It's like, oh yeah, I get to go traverse the same area that I've been to a million times. By the way, small upgrade here. Just a tiny bit. Same for him, small upgrade. Oh, I got an accessory. What was it? It was like the speed ring or something. Gale earring. As an extra attack. Halves wind damage. Welp. Yeah. Where is it? Can it only replace ring? Can he not equip it? Wait. It's a Gale earring. Oh, no way, dude. Only girls can equip earrings. I mean, I could probably be good on her. Just stupid that I can't equip it on anybody else. Whatever. It's fine. She can use it. Wow, I got a lot of skill points. Holy crap. I don't know if this is actually, like, Mavella's really weird. Like, she has attacks that are spell damage, but it's like not spells, it's attacks. I don't know, it's considered magic damage, but I don't know how it's calculated for her, like if these actually matter for her or not. Or if Power Burst does. So we'll just get Power Burst. I think that's probably, oh, Guard Break, holy shit, she didn't have anything here. Again, I don't know if Guard Break actually matters for her or not. The game is very unclear as to how the stats work for her. Why does a bad guy always have a pure heart? Honey? I think at this point, I just want to get Machinist and Knife or whatever to get the increased strength from that.
Well,
maybe aesthetic design would be better, but yeah. Hey, look, it's the same sword. Boop.
I'm just glad everyone's safe.
Going through the same continent that I have 20 times. La 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 content, la la content. Air quotes, content.
This should be a good test of skill.
You're fighting us?
Let us continue.
Yeah, this game actually has what you call padding, right? Which is just making you go back over the same places multiple times without adding anything to it. Just like throwing you there and saying, now you gotta walk all the way back. And like, I know why it's like that,
like
because
this
the
is
original
serious.
SNES version was like that too, and they're just trying to be faithful to it. But you know, it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny, like, they actually had an excuse to keep the padding. They're like, oh, we're just being faithful to the original, you know? Like, right? It's like they didn't have to have the excuse of trying to define, like to explain why there's so much padding in the game, you know? They're just like, oh, we're being faithful to the original, man.
This should
See,
be a good
it's
test
just
of
like the
skill.
original. Look, you gotta go back through this kind of 8 times.
That was way too fast.
Xenogears where you can level the size you want? No, level 99 cap, if I'm not mistaken. Disgaea has a level cap of 10,000. There you go. Ah, yeah, that's right. Star Ocean 2 has a level cap of 255. Yeah, I forgot about that. Such an odd cap, right? I understand that it's like divisible by 8 because 0 is the first integer. I understand the 255 thing. I get that. But PlayStation is the era where that kind of thing didn't matter anymore. You didn't need to save bits of data anymore. Matt Demon World. It's the Matt Demon World. Matt Demon. This is a way cooler looking world, though, that's for sure. And the original is just like purple rock. You walk on purple rock. There's like some cool shit going on in here.
I hope we can do this.
Of course, that's what happens when you can like when you have 2D background images that you can like just draw out and everything.
I'm
Wish
just
they
glad
could have lasted
everyone's safe.
longer.
Yeah. Diablo 3 numbers are insane. But yeah, you don't need to like save into like tiny little bits of data anymore with your number values. So that's why 255 is weird. You know, like they didn't need to save it. They could have made the max level like 300 or 500 or 300 or whatever. Like it could have been a rounded number, but they did chose 255 to save tiny bits of data that was unnecessary.
This looks bad.
This looks tough.
Remastered it 2 times? No, they made it one. They remade it, and then they remastered the remake. So this is the remake on PSP. The remaster of the remake is on PS4 and Switch.
Wish they could have lasted longer.
I'm stronger now.
But how is 255 old school? Like, what about that is old school? Specifically.
Keep focused, everyone.
Probably the Switch or PS4 version. Since, I mean, playing on a PSP is going to be hard for some people to do. I'm playing on a PSP, but, like, streaming is my job. So, having the hardware to do that is part of my job, I guess. In a way. Well, I get it. I understand the value, Darkrai. I get that part.
That was way too fast.
I don't know. I don't fully feel like that's the reason or a thing. Like the only Final Fantasy where I remember 255 even or any game or only game rather I remember where 255 was actually a thing was Final Fantasy VI. Was like the max attack value you could have, you know. I never really saw that number on any other Final Fantasy or video game or anything. Like, I understand it's hex value, blah, 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 divisible by 8 to save bits of data. I get that. You know, that was why, that's fine for stats, but never a level. It was never a level until Star Ocean 2.
We're surrounded!
When did they?
Because again, like I said, they don't need to min-max bits of data. They can have a number that is more fitting, like a rounded number ending, you know, because it's like, it's more rounded and people like rounded numbers. So 300 would have felt more rounded than 255.
Huh? It's over?
Yeah, I understand that data's still stored that way. We just don't have to be conservative. Like, when you're talking about numbers, like an integer, it's the smallest amount of data. It's a bit, you know? Like, that's it. You don't need to be conservative of bits of data. I mean, massive amounts of bits of data, yeah, but I just don't see the reason for it. There was no reason for 255 specifically. I understand that it's like, you know, multiple of 8 or whatever and all that good stuff. But at that point, it didn't matter. They could have made a rounded number to make it more, like, you know, nice, appealing, whatever.
That was way too fast.
Again, I understand the computery stuff and the bits of data stuff. I get it. I understand. That was never an issue for me. I get it. I understand that part. Foot insignia. Power of the warrior to raise attack power and hit rate. Holy shit. Huh. Yeah. It needed to conserve data, yes, but it didn't need to conserve, like, single bits of data, you know?
Sure looks strong. It's the moment of truth.
I'm just standing on Mavel's head here. There we go. Let's go.
We can't afford to stay here for long.
I'm not sure about that Kamen Rider just because it's the same engine. It has the same level cap. Because it's a remake of a game, so it's going to probably be more faithful to the game rather than the engine.
Oh, bad. They're behind us?
Huh? It's over?
Alright, let's just go this way. Oh, you got to level 105 on this? Oh, okay. So then they probably do have the same level max.
No!
You think I'm overestimating the value, the memory value of the PlayStation? Maybe. Maybe. I can totally see it on the SNES and the NES, you know? Like, just because, like, the PlayStation wasn't anywhere compared to the PlayStation 2 doesn't mean that it wasn't perfectly capable of having some single bits of data being, you know, not used super efficiently. Question weapon. Alright. What up? Ooh. Metal Fang. Good. Metal Gear.
Sure looks strong. It's the moment of truth.
Hey ha ho raven, hey ho raven, ha ho ha raven, oh ha ho raven, ha. One of the reasons why the level cap is 99 is because, like, what, 128 would be the next, like, the next lowest integer thingy value, whatever, for memory efficiency. And so it made sense to make the level cap 99, just because,
When
like,
did they get there?
it was a cooler number than 128. Well, this is gonna be good, I promise. That wasn't that bad.
Raven Orb!
Very light.
Raven Orb! Raven Orb!
Let's keep this pace going. Sexier now.
I mean, maybe I'm just I'm underestimating the value of that memory save.
We can't lose this.
It's not a frame rate drop. When you win the battle, it like does a slowdown effect thingy. I haven't had a single frame rate issue with this game yet, actually. And I'm playing on a PSP, I'm playing on hardware.
Let us continue.
Can I get over there? Nope.
When did they?
We're surrounded!
Raven Orb! Condition cure! Raven Orb! Raven Berry healing! Raven Orb! Healing! Raven Orb!
That was
Very
way too
good.
fast.
That's what she said. Feels bad. Oh, save point. I should probably explore because this is all like a brand new area, like indie type gamey type stuff, and there's gonna be some significantly powered up equipment around here, so if I don't get it, I might die. Paragon level
This looks
2280,
like a
damn.
strong enemy.
This looks tough.
Raven
Dragon
Orb!
roar! Dragon roar! Dragon roar! Dragon roar! Dragon roar! Thanks.
Raven Orb! Raven Orb! Raven Orb!
Well, there you go.
Emerald Ring, that's probably like just another elemental resistance thing. Versus MP cost of the wearer's attacks by a third. That's good. Ah, you will never run out of mana ever. Forever, ever, 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 and you can just spam heal me forever. Congratulations on your promotion from Healbot to Ultra Healbot.
Sure looks strong.
Keep focused, everyone!
Raven Orb! Raven Orb! Raven Orb!
Thanks. Take this.
Raven Orb! Raven Orb! Raven Orb!
Huh? It's
That was
over?
easy.
All right.
Or Calcum. I might want to make some stuff. It's always accessories, though. Smithing, I need a hammer, though, and I don't really... I forgot to check the shops for hammers again. It's fine. Let's see what I can make out of... Oh, Rainbow Diamond. Let's go. Boom, Rainbow Diamond, level 10. Max skill, by the way. Max skill. Maxed out skill. Yeah, love it. There we go. Cool, cool. I give up on freaking crafting in this game. What a joke, dude. This game's crafting system is an absolute joke. It's a save scum simulator, is what it is. You just save scum it if you want to actually craft something.
Sure looks strong. I'm ready for anything.
Ha ha ha!
Raven! Raven! Raven orb!
There we go. There's an answer I like. Thank you, Yoshi. It's about the functionality of the systems and being logically understandable by people that are doing the coding, so it's just a lot of extra effort for no reason at all. Thank you.
What's this?
It's a thing.
Pretty modern building, whatever it is.
So, this is where we'll find Asmodeus. This looks a little out of place for a demon world.
Oh my god, I can't believe they're doing experiments on radishes!
What in the world?
Radishes!
That's science in motion, that's all I can say.
What's the purpose of all this?
For radishes.
I've seen a lot of these monsters before.
It's you know, like, farming, genetic farming stuff.
Ah, it's alive! I wonder if this means Asmodeus is conducting monster research.
Space-Time Laboratory. What a cool name. They're making Picos.
When did they get there?
When did they? When did they?
We can't afford to stay here for long.
Listen, I gotta play that stock market, baby. Buy low, sell high, you know? It's the name of the game. Elven Cap. Amulet of Freedom. Freedom! Oh, that was pretty good. Sure. Rainbow Diamond.
This looks bad.
This looks tough. That was way too fast.
Oh, let's go this way. Wow, fascinating. Fascinating.
I'm ready for anything.
Oh my god, it's a flying toaster! Watch out! Rocket toaster!
Very good. That was easy.
Oh, I think this. I know what's going on here. They're both gonna lead to the same room.
No!
Yes! Yeah, toast even in space.
Let's get moving. I hope you're watching.
Yeah, but they were very floaty robots, so they didn't hurt very much. They must have had Willy Wonka's like bubble drink, you know? Hey Marie, thanks for 33 months of Twitch Prime love. Thank you.
Be careful! Boy, they were. Yee-hoo! Oh, bad.
Behind us.
Man.
We
Wish they
can't
could've
afford to
lasted
stay here for
longer.
long.
Maybe toasters are butterflies.
We're surrounded.
When did they?
Watch it be a one shot. Very healing. Very healing is the most healing of all the very healings. Of all the healings, very healing is very healing. It's very healing. Medicine bottle. Wow. Golly gee. So pleased by my find. That feels like the right way.
Oh, bad.
Behind us!
With Millie's near infinite MP, I'm kind of glad now that she heals at half HP instead of anything else.
Boy, they were weak.
Oh, this feels much more right way like. Oh, but it isn't. Mithril. And Robe of Decapitation. Just avoidance and magic, huh? No actual. Interesting, you know, it doesn't improve my defense there. Nullifies wind and light and protects against petrify. Wow, very good. Very good. It'll increase the value of my heals as well. Well, I want to check. It's like a way you can go down.
This
This looks bad. It's the moment of truth.
The moment of truth! Random encounter! Random encounter is the moment of truth. Hey, congrats, Marie.
Let us continue.
Nice! Ha ha ha! There was a way down here! To treasures, I hope! Oh. It's just 500 more passageways.
I'm ready for any.
Oh.
This looks bad.
Raven! 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 Orb! Raven! Orb!
We
Wish
can't
they could've
afford to
lasted
stay here for
longer.
long.
Hey, Marvel, what's your favorite kind of orb? What's your favorite kind of orb?
Raven! Orb! Raven! Condition! Cure!
Oh, okay, Raven orb. All right. Hey, really like it, I guess.
Well, there you go.
The road to treasures is paved with the corpses of my enemies. Wait, this is back. Marvel, if you could pick any color for your orb, what color would you pick?
No!
Hey, kid, no for the $6 donation.
Pardon me.
Did you guys notice how I got like 2,000 HP like instantaneously? I just maxed out everybody's biology recently, so 10 HP per level, I believe. So that's like level 40
I hope you're what a mysterious feeling this is.
plus some levels that got me to that point. Right, level 60 actually, 64, yeah. Oh, it's level times level. Oh, that's even better. Yeah, I thought that math was a little off.
Keep focused, everyone!
We're doing this? Raven! Orb! Raven! Orb! Raven! 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 Orb!
Thanks.
Raven! Orb! Raven! Orb!
Well, I mean that's what a remaster is, Yoshi. It's a port that looks better, you know.
I think this is some kind of research log. Let's see if there's a way to access the central databank.
Welcome to the Space-Time Laboratory. What would you like to do?
Space-time stuff.
Laboratory? What's a high-tech facility like this doing here?
So, what's a high-tech facility doing like you? Sorry, let me rephrase it. What's a high-tech facility like you doing in a place like this? Wink.
Something's going on here. Something a lot bigger than just monsters trying to take over the world.
Connecting to databank. Please enter enter your name.
We're just gonna go on a limb and say my name is Asmodeus. Hold on, I spilled something. Give me a minute.
Name?
Try Asmodeus. I don't know.
Good morning, Asmodeus. Please enter your password.
This will definitely be easy to guess.
Dang, it worked.
This part might be a tad harder.
Access denied. Please enter your password.
Is it password? Is it admin? It's
Well,
admin.
No dice.
Login time expired. Warning. Activating alarm system.
Oops.
Expired? This can't be good. They're turning the security system on us.
Rokians, what is your business here?
To kill Asmodeus, of course.
Oh, well, that's me, so.
You really ought to know what he looks like before you say that. For Asmodeus would be none other than I.
Than me.
I must admit, I am fascinated.
Asmodeus would be none other than
If
Nose.
you can catch me, I'd be happy to entertain you. You, take care of these guys.
You? Who's you? Just randomly eyeballs appear. He really meant it when he said none other than I, didn't he? Oh, I'm stoned.
It's over?
Oh,
Damn,
this
he's
game
got
is
away.
hilarious.
We gotta hunt him down.
Well, he has teleporting technology, so I doubt we could get, you know, to wherever he wants. Or is, or whatever. Hammer Charm. Alright, stop, collaborate, and listen. Hammer is back with a brand new time. Can't touch this, because I'm over here. It's Ice Ice Baby. All up in your ear. You're welcome. For my
I'm just glad everyone's safe.
retelling of that song. What's your favorite type of bird, and what's your favorite shape of that bird, Marvel? Out of curiosity.
Raven orb.
Oh. Okay.
Raven orb. Condition cure. Raven orb. Raven orb. Condition cure. Raven orb.
I'm just glad everyone's safe.
Treasures! Jewelry. Elemental blade. Huh? Interesting. that's too bad. That sucks anyway. Fairy Ring halves the MP cost of attacks. Well then. I mean, she never runs out of MP anyway, VG, so I mean, it's all good. She's fully kitted out.
When did they get there? What?
I'm just glad everyone said what a mysterious feeling this is.
Oh, I see that treasure. I'm coming for you. Oh, I found other treasures instead. Oh, man.
Behind us!
You know, this game is kind of interesting like that. The original, it's like the exact same as the original in that regard. Where there wasn't a whole lot of treasures going through the game. Like, there really wasn't. Like, you kind of just get blueberries and stuff. Like, dungeon treasures really weren't worth it. And then in the final dungeons, you just get loaded with them. Just completely loaded with them. Huzzah! Welch has a weapon now. I like how they're the exact same visual, though.
What? When did they?
I don't remember that from Star Ocean 2, though, to be honest. Or any of the other Star Ocean games, to be honest. Now's not the time to be getting stoned, honk! Come on! Time for some very healing. Very light.
Let's keep this pace going.
Raven whore. And Tregy. Damn it.
Behind us!
They're behind us?
Haha, Parisi didn't get stunned.
Well, there you go. It's over already.
Damn.
This looks bad. This looks like a strong enemy.
Before you can have regular fairy, now you need to eat very light.
I'm just glad everyone's safe.
Yes. Yes, hi, we're here to kill you.
You've made it.
Yeah, we made it.
Asmodeus, why did you attack Roke? What do you gain from fighting us? All you're doing is hurting yourself.
Why, indeed? I'd like to know the reason myself.
Don't play mind games with me.
Like Minecraft? Is that a mind game?
Completely honest with you.
Like Minesweeper?
I took refuge here by my own volition, in search of freedom, and yet I wish I could settle elsewhere.
He's saying don't.
Someplace, not here.
He's saying don't play mind games, which is like Minecraft, Minesweeper, mine carts. Why not? What's wrong with mind games?
I'm being driven.
Oops. I'm being driven by this contradiction and impulses, and I don't even know what to do about it.
Well, why can't you just find a way to coexist with the Rokians?
Why should I have to share with them? I hunger for it all. The water, the wind, the trees, the land. I will never be satisfied until it is all mine. The weak have no right to any of it. Not worthy to even grasp a single blade of grass. Why does power and strength exist in the first place? What use are they if you don't use them to fulfill your desires?
Exactly. Yeah, you preach, Asmodeus. Preach it, baby.
If you want to stop me, why don't you show me your power?
Oh yeah, no, I can do that. Yeah. I'm capable of that. That's something I can do for you, baby.
Keep focused, everyone!
It's the moment of truth.
Power against power. I think I shall enjoy this.
Oh, hey, Sammy.
Thundercloud!
Thank you, Sammy, for the 29 months resub.
Dragon roar! Dragon roar!
You should be ashamed of your weakness. Swallow everything into the void.
Swallow everything into the void.
I can't die here.
I'm trying to make it to actions, but he's just juggling me the whole time with all his instant attacks. There we go.
Raven orb. Raven fairy light.
I won.
Impossible. How could a superhuman like me lose?
Fairy tier.
I feel like I'm stronger now.
We have fairy healing, very light, and now
your
very
bark.
tier. It's when you're really sad you have a very tier.
Millie!
Don't move.
Who are you?
I don't have to answer that. Just stay where you are.
Well, look at the dog that crept into this stable.
Move! Get the sample from Asmodeus while we still can.
Does it look like anybody else that he's like this guy? He has his hands up to his face like a Mr. Burns kind of thing. Like it looks like his arms are up to his face and he's got his hands together at the fingertips, and then it's just like his hands are just horse hooves instead though. Does it look like that to anybody else? Here, let's see if I can draw it. Okay, so like, here's his arm, right? And his elbow's right here, okay? And his arm is coming up, here's his wrist, and then here's one horse hoof, and then here's another horse hoof, and his wrist, right? And then his elbow coming down here. It's almost like he should be sitting at his table contemplating, like, how will I dispose of you? Yeah, Monka, exactly. That's it, VG, you got it. It's Monka, the emo. That's what it is. That's what he's doing.
Yes, sir.
They're all very much contemplating the situation.
I think that's the third party.
I'd say you're right. We better do what they say. It's already been established in history that they'll take the virus back with them.
I don't think we have much choice.
What do you care about the changing of history when you went back 300 years to do it to begin with?
Them.
It could be a facade. That's just as valid a military tactic as any.
Mission accomplished, Captain.
Good.
Captain, what about these guys?
Leave them. Our mission is to get the sample and get it out of here. Fall back.
Kicks him again just for good measure.
You all right, Millie?
Yeah, I'm okay. Meow! What was that all about?
Has to meow. I like how she hasn't said anything this entire game for any of the story at all whatsoever. And then all of a sudden she's like, meow, I'm relevant still.
I couldn't say. What were they all doing here anyway?
Let's worry about that later. Ilya, the sample. Agreed. Now we can finally make that serum.
Syrup.
Well done, everybody. There is no doubt in my mind that history will laud you as heroes. We have a long road ahead of us before we can hope to attain true peace. But the fall of the Archfiend that threatened our very existence can only be a blessing for us. On behalf of my nation, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. You are truly a legendary band of heroes.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
We sure have been through a lot, huh?
Yeah,
You said it.
we should probably roll credits, huh?
But it's a little weird, isn't it? I mean, seeing traces of an advanced civilization on the demon world?
There's also traces of an advanced civilization on Roke. It's not outside the realm of possibility to imagine some advanced race teleporting into the demon world as well.
I guess.
Ah, you're such a worrywart sometimes. Then again, it's gotten our ship out of more than a few scrapes in the past.
We'll have to leave everyone tomorrow.
I'll miss them.
We'd better leave early in the morning. That way they won't see us go.
She didn't even have a line of dialogue. It's just character slot number X walks up and has a question mark pop up. That's it.
What's wrong? I don't know. It just doesn't feel right to leave everyone without saying anything.
What else can we do? It's not like we'll tell them the truth and they'll just say,
You know,
oh, well, see ya.
I get that it's really hard to make a game have like meaningful dialogue across a lot of optional characters. Chrono Cross did it just fine. But also, you know what Chrono Cross did? Chrono Cross literally has a piece of software running in the background that manages all the characters' accents. So every character, a side character, whatever it's in your party, all kind of says the same thing, but there's an accent modifier software that's being run in the background. It's all proprietary software from Squaresoft to run that accent software to change the dialogue. So it's like, you know, if you have Harley in your party, it's like, oh, what is this? This is so strange, you know, kind of thing, versus, you know, somebody else that doesn't have that accent, that Z thing or whatever. Like, it's really, really complicated and really crazy that they did that. But Chrono Cross also like focused too much on the optional stuff and not enough on the main characters, is where it lacks in storytelling completely. So I mean, there was a flaw there, but like having different characters say different things depending on who you pick up and the situation, it's a lot of work. It's complicated. I get it. I understand why they didn't do that. But like, if you're gonna have this ambitious project of lots of optional characters in your team, you should have them have meaningful dialogue at story element points to give more flavor and life to the story, instead of it just being like character in slot X walks up and pops a question mark. You know, give it whoever that is in that slot a line of dialogue for that situation. You know, that's what you need to do.
I mean, we can't tell them that we're from 300 years in the future. They wouldn't have any idea what we're talking about. I know it's not the nicest thing.
Thank you, Sammy, for the 2 bits.
It's really best
Almost.
if we just disappear from their
Almost.
lives. Let them think that we were all just some kind of pleasant
We're
dream.
not quite at credits anyway. We have one more dungeon.
But that won't make their memories disappear. I mean, I don't know about you, but I know I'm never gonna forget them.
Deep down, we all know that. Even the captain does.
You know, what's to say the proper timeline isn't somebody time traveled back in time to change the courses of fate? You know, what if that is fate? What if it's your fate to change fate kind of thing, you know? What if that is the preordained passage of time for this world? So like the idea of meddling with a lesser advanced civilization through time travel or whatever. What if that was already the intended path? I mean, technically, realistic and logically speaking, that would have to be the reality of it, because there is only one passage of time in reality.